All right. Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Caleb Spainhour. Over there on the mic, as always, is the Connor Knox. We are on episode 10. We have hit double digits. It's pretty
Crazy.
crazy, man. But
Crazy.
I gotta ask, Connor, how you doing today, dude?
Doing really well, man. I'm doing
Yeah.
really well. We had the game of the year last
Yeah,
night.
we
Game of the
did.
damn year.
Yeah,
The
we
Seahawks
did.
pulled it out. That was absolutely unbelievable.
Dude.
Um, we're gonna talk a lot about that. So I'm doing
Yeah.
great, is what I'm doing. I'm doing great.
Well, that's good to hear. Why don't we go ahead and hop right into it?
Yeah, let's.
Because
Let's.
what a crazy game. Full disclaimer, I was a sleepy boy last night. So I fell asleep watching it when the Rams were up 30 to 14 in the
I
third
think a lot of
quarter.
people did. I think a lot of people probably went to sleep at
Dude,
that point,
and then I
is what
woke
I'd
up,
say.
and heard the announcer say, "We're going to overtime." And I was like, "Am I
Woo!
dreaming? Like am I like lucid dreaming right now?"
No,
I
no, you
wasn't.
weren't.
I
That
was
happened.
not.
That
I
actually
was
happened.
not. Now, Connor, I'm going to let
Yeah,
you take over on this, given that you are
sure.
a Seahawks fan and how crazy of a game this is. So go
Of
ahead,
course.
brother.
So the first immediate takeaway that I want to make for the
Mm,
Seahawks, for both teams, for the
mhm.
Seahawks, firstly, is that this has to be just a absolute rocket fuel in
Yeah,
their tank for the rest of the season. It
right.
has to be. For Sam Darnold, this is like finally getting the monkey off his back. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? The entire narrative coming up to this game was Sam Darnold is terrible against the Rams. He can't play
Right.
the Rams. Like they're his kryptonite. And did he throw two interceptions in this game? Yeah, he did. It
Sure.
wasn't looking good for a large part of the game.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, he locked it in and he came back and he led some really successful drives and they ended up winning the game, which should absolutely just jumpstart this team for the rest of the season. We were talking about like the second half of that Falcons game doing it, but then like,
Hmm.
last week against the Colts, it was pretty sluggish,
Right.
wasn't looking that great. But
Right.
then yeah, this should be, the whole team finally they beat McVay when McVay's playing all his starters. Like they were trying to win. We got them.
Hmm.
Um, this has to be just so huge for the team.
Yeah.
This needs to be a game that's looked back on as wow, that was a turning point in the Seahawks season. That was what led to whatever amount of success they end up having in the playoffs. That's what this
Yeah.
guy has to be for the Seahawks. For the Rams, you're not going to think too much about this one. You simply can't. You got to forget
Right.
about this.
Right.
I don't think it's going to affect them too badly. I wouldn't predict that, like, oh, this is losing this game is going to affect their morale and their mentality. I don't think that.
Oh. They
They
put up,
they played a really good game. They had it in hand.
yeah.
They should have. They had this game. They should have finished this game out, but they didn't. And so, yeah, I do think they're going to have a short memory about this one. And that's what they have to do. But
Right. And
yeah,
I think that they played too good of a game for it to affect their morale poorly. And
right. I think so.
for those of you who did not watch the game, the final score was 38 to 37. Seahawks won in overtime because they went for a 2-point conversion. It was a really gutsy call, but it paid off. Um,
Absolutely.
the Rams
It's the
looked,
right call. It's the right
it
call.
is
I
the
mean,
right call.
I kind of feel like that's just what every team is going to do in that situation. Like if you
Yeah,
get a touchdown scored on you on that first drive, you come back and score a touchdown. You've got the ball, just win the game. You know what I mean? Don't give them another chance to have the ball. I think that's just what you have to do.
exactly. And it was cool because not a lot of teams like to match Sean McVay's energy. And
Sure.
Mike McDonald, he fully was like, if you do that,
By the end of the
I'm gonna
game.
meet you halfway. Like, at the end of the game,
Well,
yeah,
and that's what's so interesting is because for the first part of the game, this guy, Sean McVay, was going for every single damn fourth down.
right,
Every single one. And that's not normally who he is. He's
Yeah.
normally more conservative on those decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So he was going for it on fourth down, and it was like, the first time he did it, well, not maybe not the first time, but on the first drive, I think they went for a fourth down like twice.
Mm-hmm.
Second one they didn't get, turned it over on downs, but it's like it was successful. Like that was a successful game plan that
Yeah.
like me as a Seahawks fan, I'm like, dude, stop, please kick a field goal or
Right.
punt. Like, what are we like? Stop.
Right.
And then when the Seahawks started coming back, it was only because they decided not to go for it on fourth down. The literal first time they punted the ball, Rashid Shaheed took that shit back for a touchdown,
Yeah.
and it jump started the entire game.
Yeah.
Like that was the first time they punted the
Yeah.
entire game. So I think there's a clear correlation there between where McVay stopped being as aggressive and started being a little more conservative on those type of decisions.
Right.
And then when the Seahawks started having success, and also the other way around with the Seahawks being more aggressive in those situations, because Mike Macdonald is also a conservative head coach when it comes to those decisions. There was definitely some times earlier in the game where it was a fairly short fourth down on fairly good field position that he straight up punted.
Yeah.
And it's because you have such a good defense. Like I know
Right.
why that is the thought process, because you have such a good defense. It's like, okay, they can handle their business if I punt this ball. But come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, come
Well,
on. Sometimes.
I'll play devil's advocate a little bit with that because the the Rams front four
Mm-hmm.
and the Rams front seven for that first half, the first three, like 2.5 quarters of this game were unstoppable. Like
It's true.
Sam Darnold, one of those interceptions came because Sam Darnold was getting bull rushed
Yep.
and he wasn't able to get a full extension on that throw and it just went into the air and the linebacker caught it. So like
Yep.
he was getting bull rushed. I mean, he got sacked 4 times, but the amount of pressures they got on him is crazy. Now, one
Mm-hmm.
thing the Rams did have a problem stopping was that run game. They had a really hard time for anyone not named, for anyone named, for anyone, let me rephrase this. Um, Kenneth Walker had a
Yeah, yeah,
crazy good
he had a
game.
pretty good game. He had a
Yeah,
pretty darn good game.
yeah,
And so that'll lead me to my next point, which is just
right.
talking about more about the Seahawks here, which is I am more and more confused by their offensive personnel usage.
Mm,
And it's honestly, yeah, I'll say it. It's mainly Zach Charbonnet. Like,
yeah.
listen, man, we're at a point where if you want to put Charbonnet in the game at like the 10-yard line, which they do, but I'm just
Hmm.
saying, like, if that's what you want to do with him, okay. He's gonna run straight up. He's gonna bang that shit
Sure.
straight
Yeah.
up the gut. That's
Yeah.
what he can do. That's totally fine.
Hmm.
Put him in there at like the 10, put him in at the 5, let him be that physical running back.
Like a David Montgomery type.
Sure.
And
I
even
mean, yes,
still,
but
it's different.
David Montgomery has some value between the
Right.
20s. I
Yeah.
don't think Zach Charbonnet at this point has any value between the 20s. He should
Mm.
not be in the game over Kenneth Walker when they are outside of the red zone. I'm saying even outside of like the 10-yard line.
So
He
how about a
simply
comp
shouldn't be there.
really quick to throw this in there? How
Okay.
about a comp for like Mike Tolbert behind Jonathan Stewart?
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? That's good. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that big ass dude
Yeah.
that's just gonna get in there and
Yeah.
rumble. But like, I mean, it's so because Ken Walker in this game was explosive. He finally broke, like we've been waiting for this all season. Finally broke like over 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Looked awesome, looked explosive, looked fast. He had the 40-yard reception on the
Yeah.
first drive. He looked great. He looked explosive. That's what we're looking for.
Right.
Charbonnet simply does not look explosive. That's not what he is. And then we want to keep talking about explosives. This guy, Rashid Shaheed, I think it was the first time he actually touched the ball was
It
that punt
was.
return that he
It
returned for a
was.
touchdown. And then on the next drive that they had the ball, they ran a sick ass like pop pass to him, and he just looks like he's made out of lightning bolts, and he just jitters
Yes.
down the field for like 30 yards.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so I'm like, okay, we see Rashid Shaheed being an absolute just electric player. We've
Sure.
got Ken Walker exploding. We've got Jackson Smith and Jigba, best wide receiver in the league this season, probably.
Sure.
Like, we've got all these guys. Don't give the ball to anybody else, man. I'm sorry.
Well,
Stop giving the ball to other people. What are we doing? AJ Barner, okay, he's got a roll. You know what?
right.
Cooper Cup, okay, he's got a roll. No reason for Zach Charbonnet to touch this damn ball, man. Like, just give the ball to the explosive players
Yeah.
and let them make explosive plays. I don't understand some of this personnel usage.
And
That's what I got to say about that.
to add on to that, there was a drive in this game that was a pretty big drive. It was an important
Sure.
drive for the Seahawks to gain momentum.
Mm-hmm.
It's when they were down. They were down like 23-14 at this point. They really needed to drive. They really needed to score. And they
Yep.
ran Zach Charbonnet on first, second, and third down. They didn't give
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker a touch, and he
Yeah.
didn't do anything with it. And I was like, take him out. But
That
also,
happened on multiple drives where
yes,
Charbonnet got at least two out of the three touches on a 3 down series, and it was a fucking punt immediately afterwards.
yeah, and they
Like,
couldn't.
it's clearly not having success.
They couldn't touch Kenneth Walker. And when they did touch Kenneth Walker, he broke the damn tackle.
I
Like
know,
he
right?
was so good. And to bring up the Shaheed point, this is
Yeah,
exactly, we've said this twice now in back-to-back weeks. This is exactly the role you were hoping for him to play when you made
for
that trade.
sure.
And it's happening at the best time of the season.
And
Um,
you just need to give him more opportunities. You need to give him more chances to
yes.
look electric. Like
Yes.
both, I'm literally he had one catch. He had one singular catch,
Yeah.
and it was 31. It was that 31-yard electric pop pass that I
Yeah.
talked about. Like you've got to get him more involved. You've got to scheme. Like if you're scheming up a screen for Zach Charbonnet, that is a wasted play.
Right.
You scheme something up for Shaheed. You scheme something up for Jackson Smith freaking and Jigba,
Right.
Ken Walker. You know what I mean? Like these are the schemes that we need. We don't want uh we don't need Charbonnet doing that. We simply do not.
No,
So
and to
yeah,
add,
that was frustrating
I'm
watching
sure,
this
I'm
run
sure,
unfold.
and that
Yes.
to clear that up, Rashid Shaheed, that didn't even count as a catch. They counted that as a rushing play.
Oh,
Um,
you're
so
right.
he
You're
only
right.
he only
Yeah,
had
you're
one
right.
target for no reception,
Oh,
zero
you're right. He didn't have
yards.
a single catch. You're
But
absolutely right. That was a run.
but you got what you needed from him. And I wanted to add this too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Walker, what a perfect time to pop off because JSN for the first 2.5 quarters
Yeah.
was held to
Yeah.
like nothing.
Nothing. No,
You
literally
needed
nothing.
him to
Yeah.
do that.
Yep. We've
Um,
seen that. We've seen that happen. And I mean, it is the kind of thing where you whenever Sam Darnold would throw the ball to him, you're like, oh yeah, that was a great choice. Like it's almost never you're like, oh, you probably shouldn't have thrown that ball. Like
right.
just throw it to him, dude. Just throw it to him. Like I
Yeah,
don't care. Like I mean, obviously, don't throw any interceptions or anything like that.
sure.
But yeah, it is a little ridiculous that he only had like one target at halftime. And
Right.
it's just like we gotta. That is something that I think the coaching staff and Darnold can fix because there's simply no way that he just wasn't open on some of these plays.
Yes.
So,
And he there like
but then
and go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
he ended. I was just gonna say he ended up with a solid day. 13 targets to end the day, 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Um, so
I mean,
he still ended up with a pretty solid day. But yeah, you're right. It all happened in the fourth quarter, basically,
yeah, and like
in overtime.
Sam Darnold, that first interception, the Rams just had perfect coverage. Like it was just perfect. Like Sam Darnold
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
read that like drop back from the corner whatsoever. And he was trying to throw it to JSN and the guy just picked it
Oh,
off
right.
clearly.
Yeah, no. Right,
Um,
right, right.
it was
Hmm.
just a perfect read. Um, but I want to say too that yeah, as soon as Sam Darnold was heating up, that connection with JSN was right back to normal. Now, a
Hmm.
connection I want to talk about too,
Of
because you
course.
you can't you it's like how do you stop this? It's the connection between Matthew Stafford and Puka Nakua. Matthew
That's
Stafford in this
unbelievable.
game was 29 for 49, 457 yards, three touchdowns, zero picks. Puka
Mm,
Nacua, 12 receptions for 225 yards and two
mm.
touchdowns.
And see, this is the type of thing where you genuinely like the Seahawks. You could learn a little something from the way Sean McVay,
Up.
uses his personnel
Hmm.
because it's like when you've got a player like Puka Nacua, and then when Devontae Adams is healthy, Devontae Adams is included in this too.
Right.
They're the fucking only people getting the ball. Like
Yeah.
they're just the only people getting things schemed up. They're the only people getting the damn ball.
Yeah.
Darnold, just do the same thing Stafford does and just feed them. But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Magnet
this
ball.
is that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like this, yeah. I mean, Puka was unbelievable in this game.
Unreal.
He was making great catches. He
Hmm.
was, he was just getting open all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm seeing he had over 100. He had 132 yards after the catch.
Yeah.
Like he was just running. He was yeah. So
Crazy.
um, good for him for
Yeah.
he's trying to get back in his coach's good graces. The tweet after the game,
Yeah.
you're
That
gonna
was
lose a lot of money
deleted.
for that. You're
Yeah.
gonna lose a lot of money. I don't know what to tell you, but you're gonna lose a lot of money.
And then being on
Um,
that podcast before the game.
well, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I see, I
He
see, I
had to
see.
get back in his coach's
Right.
good graces after fucking up all
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So I saw somebody tweet that they're like, we should have all known Puka was going off in this game because he just got fucking eviscerated by
Yeah.
by McVay.
Yeah.
He just got eviscerated.
Yeah.
He's got to make it up.
Right.
So, uh, that's what happened. I think.
Yeah.
Um, but the the run game for the Rams, they ran a lot. Kyron Williams had 23 carries for 70 yards. Blake Corum had 14 carries for 48 yards,
Yeah.
and a touchdown. They, not super
It's not
successful
very
on the
good.
ground. It's not super successful on the ground, but they kept with it, which I think early in the game was helping them.
Sure.
But again, when it got late in the game, they couldn't do anything at all,
Yeah.
and that's what allowed the Seahawks to get back into it.
And to go with that, Matthew Stafford threw the ball 49 times.
Yes,
Which
right.
is pretty nuts, but also uh, I was really shocked with how little pressure the Seahawks got on Matt Stafford. But flipping that, they did a great job of stopping the run game. So like,
And that is honestly their bread and butter is
mhm,
their run defense, especially like, dude, their short yardage run defense is so unbelievably good. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Like when they're at 3rd and 1, it's like, try and run that ball. They're probably
yeah,
going to stop you and you're going to have to run it on 4th down again.
yeah,
Like it's crazy how good
yeah,
they are in that short yardage. And then just in general, yeah, that is their bread and butter. But you are right. That pass rush is concerning. That was that
yeah,
it was similar last week as well to talk a little bit about the Colts game
right,
where the team did the Seahawks looked pretty lethargic. They couldn't really get they couldn't get anything going on offense.
yeah,
All of their points scored on offense were from Jason Myers, which is
sure,
insane. Um all their points scored in general. I don't know why I said on offense. They scored 16 points and it was all on field goals. That's
yeah.
entirely what it was.
And they scored, I
Or
mean, they ended up
yeah,
with 18 because of
18.
Jake
That's right.
Myers.
Sorry. It was 18. I did the math in my head when I said 16. I was like, that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's I
add
mean,
up.
it makes sense because
3 points doesn't get there.
that's what the Colts had. So it
That's
makes
what the
sense why
Colts
you were
had.
thinking
Thank
of.
you. That's right. But yeah, so it's been a little bit of an issue,
Sure.
the pass rush, I think, which is slightly concerning. It's I think the edge players are the biggest issue because it kind of seems like right now DeMarcus Lawrence is the only guy that's making stuff happen.
Sure.
Mafe seems to be struggling a bit. Hall, I guess he's not even playing, but
Yeah.
that means he's probably struggling.
Right.
So, yeah, that is something that Stafford not getting sacked a single time is crazy. Philip Rivers only getting sacked one time is
It's
I can't even
nuts.
wrap my head around that. Like he's
Yeah.
24 years old.
And that was
Um,
partially because he slipped. Like,
but yeah, and you know what? I will say I don't know how the NFL counts sacks, but
hmm
there was a play where like he didn't fumble the snap, but the
hmm
snap like came to him and it popped up in the air, but then he caught it again and then immediately got tackled. And I'm like, is that not a sack?
Yeah.
Like, because the ball never hit the ground,
Yeah.
but evidently they didn't count that as a sack because they said they only had one, and it was the one where he fell over.
I guess
So
they'll just count it as a fumble recovery and like
that's what
a
like.
force. Yeah.
I guess, but like that's not a fumble. That's just like the
Sure.
snap went extra high. I don't
And
know.
they
You know
still
what I
got to
mean?
him,
Like,
you know? It doesn't
but
make
like,
sense.
yeah. No, I feel like yeah. So I feel like maybe they should have two. I don't know. Well, whatever. But yeah. I mean, so that is I'm just saying that is a good point you brought up there. But I will say, like, Byron Murphy needs to be a fucking all pro, dude. He
No,
needs
yeah.
to be a
He's
first team
insane.
all pro with, I mean, he is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's stuffing the shit out of the run.
Yeah.
He is aggressive. He is causing hell for centers
Right.
and guards, usually both because they've got to put both on him.
Yeah, they got to
Like,
double him all the time.
yeah. So I'm just saying he's got to be all pro. He
Yeah.
simply has to be. The fact that Leonard Williams didn't get it last year means they're probably like, listen, man, they don't like looking up in the Pacific Northwest to give out awards.
Yeah.
So the fact that Leonard Williams didn't make a single all pro team last year is so
It's
egregious. It's
not.
not
He
even
had
funny.
such a
But
good
like,
season.
yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable. He not. I mean, he probably could have been defensive player of the year for being totally
Yeah.
real. But like, that's neither here nor there. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
But Byron Murphy, I mean, goodness gracious, I think
Yeah.
he's leading in Pro Bowl vote, so that's at least
Good.
good that people are acknowledging that.
Good.
So
I
shout him out.
I have two closing points on this game. Um,
Absolutely.
the first one being that the Seahawks uh what I believe made them so confident in that
Mm.
going for that overtime 2-point conversion is because they were 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions in
Yeah.
this game. And
Right.
the second one was extremely weird.
That shit
But
was weird
hey,
as hell.
if you're a
It's
Seahawks
legal.
fan,
It's legal.
it's
Look at
legal.
the rule book. It's
Yeah.
legal. Check the
You're
rule
not
book
gonna
out.
argue with it. It's one of
I
those
don't know what
ones
to tell
where
you,
if you're a Rams fan, you hate it. If you're a Seahawks fan, you love it. Um,
but it's legal. That's
but
not a
it's
bad
legal,
call. That's
and
a call. That's a good call.
it's a good call, and good for the
That's
refs
all we
for
could say.
knowing the rule.
Hey, that's a great point. I got to be
Yeah,
honest. I'll tell you this because I actually had to work during this game. But I mean,
yeah.
obviously, I work at a TV station, so there's TVs
So you
fucking
had it,
everywhere.
yeah,
I'm locked in on the game.
yeah.
But at this point, I did not have the audio on at this point,
hmm
and I saw the ball hit the ground. I was like, shit, all right, 28-30. Like, we'll see what's going on.
Right.
And then like I kept looking at the screen. I'm like, what is going on? I'm
Yeah,
like, why are they still looking at this? What the
yeah,
hell is happening? And I like turned the volume up a little bit. I'm like leaning over, I'm trying to listen. And I hear the ref go like, it's good. I'm like, dude, what the I
yeah,
just watched the ball hit the ground. What am I looking at? So
yeah.
I had to like go back, like investigate what the hell happened. That was
Yeah.
crazy as hell. But check the rule book. It's legal.
It's legal. And
Check the rule book.
my second point on that, my not on that, but my second closing point for this game is
Yes.
that 49ers fans,
They're happy.
first of all,
You're welcome.
delusional, but
Okay, delusional, but also you're welcome.
secondly, they were watching this game, and as soon as the Seahawks got the 2-point conversion, there were so many 49ers fans being like, "We're winning the Super Bowl." I don't know
Okay,
if
okay,
that's what
49ers
that
got to chill the fuck
means,
out. They
right?
have to chill
I
out.
don't know if that's what that means
Oh
personally.
man, that's really
Um,
funny.
you still got to
But
win games. But to go back to your original point that you said at the very
yeah,
beginning about the Seahawks needing to use this as fuel, I think you
mm,
gotta finish 14-3. I think you have
I
to
think so
finish
too.
14 and
I
3.
agree completely. They
Yeah.
got to beat the 49ers week 18. They
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
I think that that's important. Even I don't care if like the Rams somehow lose next week and we've clinched that number one seed. I
Sure.
think you got to play everybody in this 49ers game. You
No,
just
yeah.
have to.
And also I know it might not seem like a big deal right now, but you got to beat the Panthers next week. Because the
Yeah,
Panthers,
and that's not a pushover. That's
no,
absolutely not a pushover.
they seemingly find a way to beat every team that they shouldn't. So that's a real
True.
thing where like
Yeah.
you got to watch
I
out for
do
them.
think what I'll say, obviously, we're both from Carolina, so we've got a
Sure.
lot of Panthers fan friends.
Yeah.
But listen, what I'm saying to them is this. Bryce ain't seen nothing like that Seahawks defense.
That's
That's all
true.
I can say.
True.
Bryce has not seen anything like that Seahawks defense. So
Well, the
I do like when it comes time for us to pick that game, and I'm obviously going to pick the Seahawks. It's
sure.
That's why. It's
Yeah.
because is there a world where the Panthers defense has success against the Seahawks offense in a similar way as like the
Sure.
Colts defense did last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's possible. But man, Bryce Young against that Seahawks defense, I'm gonna take that Seahawks defense.
Yeah.
And obviously we're gonna root for. I like Bryce Young, and
Sure.
if he shows off, like wow, like that will be
Good for him.
huge for him in
Yeah.
his career. But like he has not seen anything like that defense. He
Yeah.
simply hasn't.
And I'll play devil's advocate a little bit, and then we can move on to a game we've already talked about a little bit.
Yeah,
But the only time Bryce has seen a defense like that is whenever he played the Packers in Green Bay. Um, and
yeah,
he won that game, but it was a super low scoring game. Um,
yes, it
so
was. Yes, it was.
yeah. So I mean, and
So
his
yeah,
defense stepped
I could
up.
see it being a similar script. I could
Yeah.
absolutely see it being maybe a similar final score,
Yeah.
similar script, but
The
Seahawks
Seahawks coming
defense
out
is
on
in a
top.
different tier.
Sure.
It's a different
Yeah.
tier than the Packers defense.
Yeah.
It's a different tier, but
Yeah.
yeah, excited for that game. But let's keep it pushing.
Sure, yeah. Going on to the last week's Seahawks game. We've already talked about it a little bit, but Seahawks pulled out a win against 44-year-old Philip Rivers. They won 18 to 16 on a last second field goal.
Hmm.
This was a pretty sloppy game.
Absolutely.
I don't blame the Seahawks defense for not getting to Philip Rivers all that much simply because the Colts offensive line is so good. Um,
Hmm.
Now, they did a pretty good job of not allowing Jonathan Taylor to go crazy,
Yep.
which is like exactly what we talked about with
Bread and butter
stopping the
run
run.
defense. Yep.
So that's a great sign that with a good offensive line and a all-pro running back, you still don't allow a crazy game.
Hmm.
But it was a little worrisome with the offense. But then again, I think this past yesterday's game makes you feel a little better about that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, the again, like just JSN ends up with 7 catches, 113 yards. They
Yeah.
actually used Rashid Shaheed in this game. He had 5 catches for 74 yards.
Yeah.
Um, so they couldn't get anything going on the ground, which was the biggest issue. They
Yeah.
couldn't get anything going on the ground. Charbonnet had eight
Yeah.
carries for 31 yards. Ken Walker, 9 carries for 17 yards. They just weren't able to block. And that was honestly the biggest issue the entire game was just the Seahawks were losing in the trenches.
Yeah.
The Colts defensive line was winning over the Seahawks offensive line, and the Seahawks defensive line was losing to that Colts offensive line.
Yeah.
That's kind of just what was happening, except in run defense.
Right.
But I really do think that this game just ended up being so weird because of the Philip Rivers component, man.
Right.
I mean, there was just like I don't think anybody knew what to really expect. But
Hmm.
if you because I mean, after the game, which was kind of funny, Witherspoon, they were interviewing Witherspoon, and he was like, yeah, we had to fully adjust the way we play because his passes were so slow. Like they
Yeah.
were so slow that we had to stop trying to like be aggressive because we would just
Yeah.
miss. Like this
Yeah.
is which is so funny
Yeah.
personally. But it's like Philip Rivers was 18 for 27, 120 yards, one
Yeah.
touchdown and one interception. The
Not great.
interception was the only pass he threw further than 20 yards downfield.
That's so
Like the
crazy.
only one was picked off, and I think I think it just ended up being like the Seahawks defense just they had no idea what the hell what was going to happen here.
No,
I don't
and
really blame them. This was so odd and unusual, and I'm gonna spoil a little bit my pick for later, but like I
Hmm.
think the 49ers are probably gonna kill him because
Yeah.
and this sounds a little ridiculous, but there's a game of tape on him. There's a game of tape on him now.
Yeah.
They can watch that Seahawks game and see, okay, here's what they're doing with Philip freaking Rivers, and they're gonna kill him, I
And
think.
Robert
But
Sala's a
yeah,
maniac, dude.
right,
He's
right.
an evil genius. He's not evil, but like he's
No,
a
he
mad
is. No,
scientist
he's
with
pretty
that
evil. Dude,
defense.
he
Yeah,
works for the 49ers, all right?
you're right. You're right. He's got a
Lock
little bit
him
of that
up.
dark magic with him.
Lock him up.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say is that I thought you were a little over exaggerating with Jake Myers. No, he did score every single point for the
No,
Seahawks
what?
this
I did
game.
not. No,
Six for
that's a fact.
six,
That's
six
simply
for
a
six
fact.
field goals. I mean, great game for him. With Philip Rivers, I want to say his leading receiver was Amir Abdullah, who is a
Yeah.
backup running back, which is
What does that
crazy.
tell you about where he's
It's
throwing the fucking football,
absolutely
dude?
nuts. Now, one thing I want to talk about. Um, Obviously, the Colts are falling from grace. They've had some troubles with injuries. It sucks to see. They're
Sure.
8-6 now. Their playoff chances are slipping away. Um, uh, with the quarterback situation, Anthony Richardson is still hurt because of that eye problem that he
Yes.
had. But
Yes.
there was an interview that recently happened where Anthony Richardson they asked him about Philip Rivers being brought in to take over that quarterback position. And Anthony Richardson was like, I mean, he's a gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Hmm.
It's cool to watch him come in. I didn't really know him that well, but he's been really nice to me. And he's like, and honestly, since he's come in, he's sort of been a little bit of a mentor to me, even though he's been here for a week, 2 weeks. And he also said, talking with the Colts staff and injury staff, they believed that at one point in this year that he would be out the entire year due to his eye. But
Wow.
they said
Yeah.
he was recently cleared uh, this month, that he could come back
Hmm.
this month and play. Now, if they actually do that, they might wait till next year to make sure he's fully healthy, give him a full season at QB.
Yeah.
Um, but he's officially been told that he will be cleared to play before this year is over.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something about them opening up his practice window or
Yeah.
something. So that would be really cool. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it is a lost season, but it's also like it's Anthony Richardson, man. He needs as many reps as you can
Yeah,
possibly
might
get.
might as well.
Yeah. He needs
Um,
as many reps as you can get him.
yeah.
So I do think if he is healthy enough to play, they should play him. They
Yeah.
should play him. Most definitely.
Yeah, and I don't have much more to say about the game, given that this week is past, the Seahawks come out with
Hmm.
a win, and
Yeah.
their team proved that they can beat a really good
The Rams.
team
The Rams is
with their
essentially. Yeah.
offense not playing good for the first 2.5 quarters of the game.
True.
Um, so you take a win. A win is a win. You never get angry with the win,
Right.
especially at this point in the season. So yeah, I mean, I don't
Yep.
have
I
much more to
agree
say about
completely.
this. Do you have any final points on this game that you want to bring up?
I don't, man. Like you said, yeah, was it a little dicey against the Colts? Sure, but then they went and
Sure.
beat the Rams. So you know what?
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving and keeping on track with the Rams. The
Yes.
Rams game last week was against the Detroit Lions, and it was a super good game, super big shootout, and it was a face-off of familiar faces. Jared Goff coming back to LA, Matt Stafford playing his former team. Rams
Yes.
win 41-34. Um, yeah, crazy game. It was fun to watch.
It really was. It really was. I mean, both quarterbacks played great. Goff was
Yeah.
25 of 41, 338 yards, three touchdowns. Stafford, 24 for 38, 368 yards, two touchdowns and a pick. I mean, Puka had, this was his career high before yesterday.
Yeah.
181 yards on nine catches. Amon Ra, 13 catches, 164 yards, two touchdowns.
Yeah,
Like,
Jamison
yeah, the
Williams
stat
also
lines in this
had
game
7 receptions, 134 yards, and a touchdown. So it's
and a
just like
touchdown.
neither team's secondary wanted to play that game.
No, they really
Truly.
didn't.
Like they stayed in the
No, they really
hotel
didn't.
and just like,
You're
yeah.
not kidding.
So,
You are not kidding. But I mean, the Lions, and this is interesting for the Lions, and probably the reason they lost the damn game. They couldn't get anything going on the ground.
right.
Gibbs was 13 carries for 38 yards.
Yeah.
Montgomery, 7 carries for 32 yards, touchdown.
Right.
Gibbs did have 4 catches for 20 yards. Uh,
You don't see that very often. You don't see
no, no,
Gibbs stopped like that very often. Um,
absolutely you don't.
and something that's I want to
Definitely
point
not this season.
no, and something I want to point out is that this tends to happen. Um, when Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford go together against their former teams, like they tend to
Mm,
have great games against their former team.
that's
Um,
yeah,
they
yeah,
they they just do. Like they tend to have crazy good games against each other. Um,
which
now and
makes sense
yeah,
narratively,
and it truly was a win-win trade. Like neither team came out shorthanded, truly. Um, now
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
If the Lions, because I still think Jared Goff's a good quarterback. I mean,
No,
I mean, he's the goofball, but like,
right. A
but
little bit of that. How do you feel about him when you get to like
the
an NFC
playoffs,
Championship game or
sure,
something? Yeah,
right.
right.
And he's been to a Super Bowl, but he didn't win the Super Bowl. But granted, he was playing against the Tom Brady-led Patriots. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that was a yeah,
Yeah,
that was
what
an
are you gonna do?
unfortunate game for everybody. Yeah,
So, but yeah, other than
But
that,
what are you gonna do?
fun game.
No, this was a super fun game. I mean, it's another one where like the Lions were up 10 in this game.
Yeah,
They were up 24-14 and then Rams ended up coming back. It was kind of interesting watching this game because as a Seahawks fan, we were losing to the Colts. And if
yeah.
we lost to the Colts and the Lions beat the Rams,
Hmm.
there's a real chance Seahawks are like out of the playoffs in
Yeah,
that instance.
yeah,
Obviously that didn't end up happening.
right.
And the but that was some stressful moments there.
Now,
But no, I mean,
really
yeah.
quick, can you explain that to me of why the Seahawks might have been out of the playoffs?
It was because so they would have been they just would have been in danger of the Lions they've got some tiebreaker. They've got some tiebreaker. So if
Mm,
we were tied with the Lions, we would lose that tiebreaker. And I mean, like it would have been the Seahawks would have needed to win out. They would have needed to win out,
gotcha,
or at the very least, like maybe needed to beat the 49ers week 18 and like
gotcha.
hope the 49ers lose another game so that we can hope we have the tiebreaker over the 49ers or something
Hmm.
like that. But yeah, it's just the Lions were the team that were the biggest threat to the Seahawks not making the playoffs
Yeah,
because of some obscure conference division tiebreaker thing.
gotcha. Okay,
Um,
sweet.
yeah, the Lions are that team that was just hanging around. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Lions in this game, like I'm seeing that Amon-Ra St. Brown became the first player in NFL history with 90 receptions in each of his first 3 seasons. Um,
Jeez, man, he's really
and what the
yeah.
hell is this true? And his 3 consecutive seasons with 90 plus receptions is tied for the fourth longest streak at any point in a career all time. But he's got a long way to go to catch first place, which is Travis Kelsey, who did it 7 seasons in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that is pretty
That's a
nuts.
little crazy.
It's pretty nuts. It's pretty
Yeah,
nuts.
that's a little crazy. Um,
Third place was Torrey Holt and Antonio Brown. They were tied. They both had 6 though, so that's also pretty good for them.
Torrey Holt.
Um, yeah, look at that.
Torrey Holt,
He
how
had
about
six
that?
six consecutive seasons, 90 plus receptions. Honestly, like kind of makes sense with like the type of player that he is, the type of
Yeah,
player
no,
or like he
absolutely.
was, then Amon Ra is. So there you go.
And
Um, yeah,
yeah, I mean,
fun fact.
uh, in this game, the Rams went to 11-3. Um, they are now 11-4 after the Thursday night
Yep.
football game, but the Lions went down to 8-6, which is huge because they went down to 8-6 in a division and conference that you cannot afford losses at this time of the season.
Right.
You really
Right.
can't. I mean, the playoffs, the so many NFC teams are so good. Two of those teams being in their division with the Packers and Bears. So it's a big loss. The Lions really have to win out, I think, to make the playoffs.
I
Like
think you're
at this
right. I
point.
mean, right now, so I'm seeing that their next game they've got against the Steelers here. If they win it, they've got a 45% chance to make the playoffs. If
Okay.
they lose, 13%.
Yeah. Big
Um,
game.
so big game this week. Gonna be probably saying that every week this season.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like their best chance is maybe somehow getting in over the Packers, or like
Hmm.
maybe somehow the 49ers lose to like the Bears, and then the Seahawks and the Lions
Which
win.
could
Like,
totally happen.
could totally happen. That Bears 49ers game is like huge,
Yeah,
I
could
think. It's a
totally
big game.
happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something to look out for. Something
For
to
sure.
watch for.
That's their path. That's
Yeah.
their path.
Um, so yeah, I mean, great game. Now, if you don't have any more talking points on this game, I feel like we can move on to the next game, which is equally as good, with the Bills
Let's do
and the
it.
Patriots.
Hell yeah. This was a great game.
Yeah, great
Unbelievable
game.
game. Another comeback to talk about here. Patriots went up 21-0,
I know.
but they ended up losing the game 35-31.
Yeah.
I mean, this was this was awesome. This was an awesome game. This was one I gotta say this right off the bat. I gotta say
Yeah,
this
go
right
for
off
it.
the bat because this is a crazy ass stat. So Travion Henderson in this game fucking exploded. The guy's unbelievable.
No, yeah.
14 carries,
Yeah.
148 yards, two touchdowns. Here's the insane stat. Henderson is now the second player in NFL history with multiple games in his career. Now we can think about how short Travion Henderson's career
Yeah,
is.
he's a rookie.
In multiple games of in his career of 2+ rushing touchdowns of more than 50 yards. He's the second player in NFL history to do that in his career. He's a rookie, and it's not even, he barely played to start the season. Do you want to know who the other player was that's done that in his entire career?
I gotta say AP.
No. Okay, I'll say this. Probably like the most explosive. We're just talking explosive running back to ever play the game.
Exposed to ever play the game? Barry
Maybe. I
Sanders.
mean, okay. Maybe I went to, he had the fastest 40-yard dash
Oh,
for
Chris
like a
Johnson.
long time. Come on, you know what I
CJ2K.
mean?
Yeah, dude.
CJ2K is the only other player to have done that. Trayvon
Wow.
Henderson has done that within his first like 15 games and probably less than that
So
because he barely played.
no running back in history has two more 50 plus rushing touchdowns in their career?
So it's multiple games of 2+ rushing touchdowns of 50+ yards. So he had two touchdowns in this game of over 50 yards, which is the
Yeah.
second time he's done that this season. And he's like the second player in NFL history to do that in his career.
That's
Absolutely
nuts.
insane. I can't
That's
believe that.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and also he has four touchdown runs this season of over 50+ yards. Obviously, we can do the math on that and figure out they came in two games, you know what I
Sure,
mean? But
yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
most by a rookie since 1925.
Dude. So 100 years ago?
uh, yeah, there you go. 100
Wow.
years. No rookie has had four 50+ yard touchdown runs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so just
You
want to
want to know
say
what's funny
he's
about that?
explosive. Yeah, what's funny about that?
What's funny about that is that 50 plus 50 is 100. Do it
Yeah,
twice.
it
That's
is.
100. 100 years ago. That's crazy.
Hey, come on, look at that.
Hey, I
Century.
know.
I mean, yeah. Second player in NFL history with
That's
multiple
crazy.
career games of 2+ rushing touchdowns of 50 yards. Chris Johnson's the other.
Wow.
Unfucking believable.
And he did it in the snow. It was a snow day. Snow
Yeah,
game.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's so just to say, he's like one of the most explosive players in the entire league. He's
Yeah.
so insane.
Yeah.
Give him the ball and good things happen. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And
yeah.
and I will say, Patriots fans were talking so crazy on
Mm.
Twitter during this game. They were like calling
when they
out
were up
Bills fans when they were up
21-0.
21
Yeah.
nothing. They were like
Yeah.
calling out Bills fans and being like, "Where y'all at? Come outside!" And then as soon as the game ended, they like were nowhere to be
Everybody.
found.
Yeah, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
nowhere to be
Ghost
found.
town.
Yeah, because I mean, Josh Allen did Josh Allen things.
Yep.
He stepped up. I
Yep.
mean, James Cook had a good game. Not as good of a game as Travion Henderson, but he just did what a typical James Cook game is at this point. You
Yep. I
know?
mean, yeah, over 100 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns, dude.
Yeah.
He had a great day. Great day.
Yeah. It seems like what he's just doing this year. Like,
Yeah, he's a great player.
yeah.
Absolutely. And that's is it is something that is really important for the Bills. Like if
Yeah.
they really do have like a successful running game this season,
Hmm.
that's how they're going to win the AFC. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like that's
Right.
just how it's going to happen. Josh Allen had only 193 yards passing, but
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions, was efficient. Um, I mean, dude, this game was really crazy. Honestly, rest in peace to our guy Drake May's MVP campaign. It's
Yeah. Not
definitely
a great
over.
game for him.
Um, yeah, he had 155 yards and a pick,
Yeah.
no touchdowns.
Yeah.
All the touchdowns. He did have 2 rushing touchdowns.
It's true.
Um,
That is true.
so he did contribute in that way,
Sure.
but all their touchdowns in this game came on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, most of their
yeah,
offense, like 75 to 80% of their offense was Travion Henderson. Um,
almost definitely,
yeah.
most definitely.
So, I mean, it's a disappointing loss for the Patriots. I don't think I think it's going to be a short-term memory thing for them where they're just like, okay, that game
Yeah,
happened,
you have
brushing it
to.
off, move on to the next one. The Bills are a good team. They
Yep,
got their lick back. So,
yep, yep, most definitely.
just kind of brushing it off and being like, okay, that game happened, that can't happen again. Um,
Yeah, and honestly, the rest of their schedule this season's pretty soft.
yeah.
So they should be able to go 3-0 and
Yeah.
close the season out. Should
Yeah.
be able to go 3-0 and close the season out, which would be perfect. That's, you know what I mean? That would be
Yeah.
perfect leading into the playoffs. You totally forget about this Bills game.
Yeah.
Um, so
Now it could mean a lot in terms of the AFC East,
yes,
given
most
that they
definitely.
are, I mean, the Patriots will still be, even if they don't end up winning the division, which I doubt that they don't,
Mhm.
they're still going to be the 5 seed, right? I mean, they're still going to be the best seed
Yeah,
that
yeah.
isn't an automatic qualifier. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, like I said, I think they're gonna just go 3-0
Yeah.
to
I
end
mean,
this
yeah,
season and end up 14-3 and
right.
be the, you
Sure.
know, whatever seed they end up being. But yeah. Yeah, this game to me, like again, like I think we said this last week, we've said this a few times. The Bills need to win the AFC this year. They have to.
Yes. You're right.
They have to.
Absolutely
So
right.
this was a big game for them to be like, because I mean, dude, this game was 21-0. If this game ended like 30-10, dude, the Bills are cooked.
No,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like the Bills are cooked. They come back and they win 35-31. Okay, we're alive here, and we need to do what we need to do, which is win the AFC.
And this is 2 weeks in a row now where the Bills have been behind by quite a few points in
Oh,
snow
sure.
games and come back to win the
Hmm.
game. Like
Oh, they
they've
just
come
needed
back
the
to win the
snow.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Snow game, they've come back to win the game by one score. So
that's a good
it's
point.
back-to-back weeks. So I think what it might be showing is that the Bills still have the ability to bounce back and come from behind. Now, will they have the ability to keep a lead in the playoffs? That's something that we got to look out for.
It
Um,
is, and it's something that, like, obviously the Patriots are a good team. Not trying to
yeah,
say the Patriots aren't a good team.
right,
But what if you got down 21-0 to like the Broncos and their defense? You
right,
know what I mean? What if you get
right.
down 21-0 to, I mean, even like the
In Denver.
Texans? Well,
Yeah.
sure, right. You know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
you probably can't get away with this. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
probably
You
can't get away with this in many other situations.
yeah.
So that's You gotta, let me actually check
Take the
out
good with the bad. Yeah.
the Bills schedule the rest of the season, two cupcake games, and then they do play the Eagles in between that. So that'll be um a good game,
It will be a
most
good game.
definitely.
Yeah.
Excited to see that. But
Right.
otherwise, two absolute pancakes with syrup on top and whipped cream and strawberries. So
A little bit
that
of
should
butter,
be
a little bit of butter spread in there. Come on,
come
eat a
on,
nice breakfast.
delicioso. Delicioso. So
Delicious.
yeah, yeah, but that's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, and I think that that's a perfect segue into talking about how they might play the Broncos because our next
Yeah,
game is about the Broncos beating the
absolutely.
Packers 34 to 26 at
Another
home.
great game
Packers
here.
fans were talking crazy about this game too because the Broncos were down early. Um,
They were down early. They were down in the middle of the game. We got a
they
lot
were
of
getting,
comebacks
I mean,
happening.
they were getting this was the most I've seen them get exposed all season. That
Mm,
defense because they were
sure.
Packers were kind of lighting it up, but then that Broncos defense stepped up. Pat Surtain stepped up big
Yeah.
time.
Oh my damn, he did.
Yeah, that interception he had on Christian Watson was insane.
It
Um,
really was. He
yeah,
just his stats this game. He was targeted four times the entire game. He only
yeah,
allowed two catches for 11 yards, and then he had that
that's
pick. Like,
crazy. He's
yeah,
so good. He's got to be an All Pro again this year. Like he's just gotta.
I mean, dude, reigning like defensive player of the year. The
Yeah,
guy is special. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Yeah, we yeah. Um,
and he's still so young, man. Anyways, yeah. I'm so
Insanely, yeah. He's
yeah,
gonna be this good for a really long time.
yeah,
So yeah, no, this Broncos defense is definitely special. They
yeah.
are at the very, very least top three,
Right.
could be even higher than that. But yeah, like you said, I mean, Jordan Love in this game was 24 of 40, 276 yards. He had a touchdown, two interceptions.
Yeah. Which were costly
And absolutely they were. Christian Watson gets hurt, which I think,
on that pass retain play.
yes,
Yeah.
on that Pat Surtain play. But like that is that is huge. That is
It
huge. You
is.
know what I
It
mean?
is
Like
huge.
that is huge. They had Jaden Reed and Matthew Golden were tied for the for most receiving yards. They both had
Yeah.
55. Reed on five catches, Golden on three.
Good for Matt. Good
Um,
for Golden.
yeah, I mean he
They've
needs to
been
get more involved.
yeah.
He absolutely needs to.
Yeah. Um
With where they took him in the draft and with kind of how the other wide receivers have been playing,
yeah,
he's got to get involved.
he
Absolutely.
does. Now, who man, I
Mm.
keep we keep talking smack about him, but dang, Bo Nix had a good game in this
No,
game.
yeah, this was like the best game of his career. This game was unbelievable. Yeah, he played a really, really great game here. Yeah, I mean, his stat line was 23 of 34, 302 yards, four touchdowns, no picks. I got
Didn't
the
get
stat
sacked a
that
single
this is
time.
his didn't get sacked. This is his fourth career game with four passing touchdowns. Only Patrick Mahomes and Dan Marino have more four touchdown games in their first two seasons.
Yeah,
So, I mean, yeah.
I guess we gotta stop. I
Well, no, I
get
mean yeah, I mean absolutely. Listen, this is a quarterback that he is going. It seems like he's going to have these games where he suddenly remembers, oh yeah, I need to set my feet when I throw the football. Oh yeah, I can run and throw at the same
right.
time. Oh shit. Oh oh, and then like the next game, he you're just like, dude, where did that go? Where did that go?
Yeah.
But listen, man, if he has four of these games in a row, the Broncos are going to win the fucking Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
you can see it. You can see that it's possible.
I'm gonna
Um,
I'm gonna go ahead on that point that you said
yeah,
about this being a top three defense. I think they're a top three
sure.
defense and they're not three or two.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
very possible. Like I said, that they're higher than
Yeah.
that. I
Like this
mean,
was a
like,
slip up game.
yeah,
Like I mean,
sure, sure.
now one thing Bo Nix did that we gotta talk about because it's the elephant in the room. Didn't get sacked a single time, but juked Micah Parsons into an ACL tear.
Yes. Yes. That
which
is
is
something that we need to check.
huge for this Packers defense. I mean, he was a maniac this year with
Yeah.
pressures and with quarterback hits and sacks, and that's a huge loss to this Packers defense. Yeah, it's really, really,
No, it
really
is.
unfortunate.
It
Um,
is. It's
yeah,
so unfortunate. I mean, it really is just that it really lowers their ceiling as a team. I think because that is truly a special player. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
a special player that you don't have anymore. And so I don't think their defense is going to totally crater. Like I don't think they're going
right.
to be terrible now,
It definitely has a
but
huge
it
impact.
it lowers the ceiling
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
yeah. And now I will say, um, that's a little bit funny that as soon as we talked about Micah Parsons tearing his ACL, the sun just fully came out here in Hoboken.
Oh, hey. Look
Um,
at that.
hey, how about that? That's a little messed up by Mother Nature. So,
Nah, that's fine. It's
Mother
the
Nature's a
light at the end
Broncos
of the
fan.
tunnel.
Yeah,
Light at the end of the tunnel
yeah,
is what that is.
yeah,
There you
and
go.
I and also Bo Nix just he not only does he remember, oh yeah, this is the fundamentals that I have to be a good quarterback in a Sean Payton offense.
Mm.
But he also remembers that, hey, I have Cortland Sutton, who's one of the best separators and route runners in
Yeah,
the
he's
NFL. I mean, he had seven
really good.
receptions, 113 yards, and a touchdown, which he should be getting, he can get on a pretty regular basis.
I think you're
Like,
right. Yeah.
and he's
Yeah,
been
it
that
is.
way.
It's a mystery as to why he's not like every game doing
Yeah,
stuff like this. It really is. I agree completely. I mean, also a great game from Troy Franklin, 6 catches, 85 yards,
love to
touchdown.
see it.
Like, yeah, for sure.
Not a good rush game this week. Not a good,
No,
super good run game. Which on the flip side, the Packers, Josh Jacobs had a pretty good run game. Now, granted,
I'd
he had
say
a
so.
40-yard run, but he was still
Yeah, it
12 carries,
helps.
73 yards, and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yup.
you know,
And I mean, it's not like Harvey was terrible. He was 19 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. I mean, 3.4 yards per carry, but
yeah,
he did what they needed him to
he
do. And
got the
I do
job
think
done.
he's an
Yeah,
explosive player. He looks good out there, just moving around. So
yeah,
I think that in the long run, if he is their starting running back, that's fine. That's totally fine.
yeah. He'll get the job done. Like he's serviceable, at least as a
Yeah.
because as a rookie, like he's gonna get better.
Right.
Um,
I 100%. Yeah.
yeah. Um, now I personally, I only have one more point to make on this game, and
Hmm.
that is for both teams. The Broncos look like a juggernaut. They look like a true contender right now. If Bo Nix keeps playing like this, and that defense is, I think, the best defense in the league, um,
Yeah.
they're
Now
going
I'll
to
tell
be
you,
really hard.
they have an end to the season that I'm actually excited to watch here.
Oh
Because
yeah,
their next game's against the Jaguars, who have been playing really well.
they have been.
Playing really well.
Yeah,
So I think that could be a good game. They play the Chiefs on Christmas, so they're gonna kill them. Then the Chargers at the last week, so like that is also an important game.
yeah.
This end of the season here is huge for the Broncos, dude. If they go like 3-0 in these last games and go into the playoffs not having lost a game since
15 and
week
2.
3, could
Yeah,
you imagine? Um,
yeah. And there's a real
but yeah.
possibility of that.
Oh, dude, that's so possible.
The only team I see taking them down in that stretch is the Jaguars. Just because of how good their offense has been. I don't trust the
You might be right.
Chargers.
You might be right.
Truly,
Yeah.
I don't trust the Chargers. And getting into that next point of that Christmas
Yeah.
Day game, Micah Parsons tore his ACL. We got to talk about, if you don't have any extra points on this game,
Nah, let's talk about
we
it.
got to talk about another elephant in the room, which is that Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL at the end of the game
End of the
against the
game.
Chargers.
End of the game.
Yeah,
And the Chiefs
brutal
lost. So the Chiefs have been eliminated from playoff contention for the
for the
first time in 10 years.
yeah since
Um,
2014.
End of an era,
Crazy.
I think, especially now that he's torn his ACL.
Yeah,
Um,
he's never had a major injury while playing for the Chiefs. Like he's been out a game or
yeah.
two, but like
No,
he's
yeah,
never
no.
had an injury like this. I mean, this knocks him out not only for the rest of the season, obviously, but probably for like 8 or 9 weeks next season.
It's possible. I've been seeing some people say that like a 9 month recovery time is pretty reasonable, so he could be back pretty early on.
Sure.
If not like week one, like that
Ah,
would be
I don't know.
crazy, I think. But
Like I just think back to Kyler Murray whenever he tore his
mm,
ACL in like week 14 and he didn't come back
yeah,
until week 9 in the next season.
totally possible that that's
Yeah.
the case for sure.
Yeah.
Totally possible. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the case.
Yeah.
So that would be really tough. That would be really tough.
Yeah.
But this game, I mean, it was close. It was six. It ended up being 16-13. The Chargers win.
Yeah.
Uh, at a certain point, the
It looked like the
the
Chiefs
Chiefs were up
might win it.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs were up 13-3. Like again, another 10 double digit comeback
Yeah.
that we have to talk about here, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll also say like it kind of seems like the Chiefs had a shot. Like the Chiefs had a shot at the end of this game with Gardner Minshew to like
Right.
pull something out. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I was like, dude, we just watched Mahomes tear his ACL. You better not fucking win this game. I was like, listen, you
No.
don't want to win this game. Do
Yeah.
not win this game.
And then
I don't know about you, but that's how I felt.
Gardner Minshew threw
Yeah.
a pretty bad pick and ended the game.
Right.
So, you know.
Yep.
Um,
So
I
yeah.
mean,
But yeah.
yeah, the Chargers to recap this game, Chargers win 16-13 at Arrowhead. They jumped to 10-4. There are a couple 10-4 AFC teams battling it out right now. Chiefs fall
Hmm.
to 6-8. Like we said, officially eliminated from playoff contention for the first time since 2014, which is crazy. They're so spoiled,
Crazy.
dude. Um,
Yeah. For real.
it's a huge, I mean, Justin Herbert, 19 of 29, 210 yards passing, one touchdown, one interception. He was getting bull rushed in this game, which they have a bad offensive line, so it's gonna keep happening.
Terrible. Yep.
Now one bright spot is that Marion Hampton is back, and he's looking
Great.
pretty good.
I
He
agree
looks,
completely.
yeah,
Yeah. They're still splitting up the carries. Hampton had 15 carries, Kamani
right,
Vidal had 12. But yeah,
yeah.
Hampton 61 yards, Vidal only 33. Hampton looks good. He looks good.
He does, and I don't mind them giving the ball quite a bit to Vidal because he's a really good cushion.
I
Like he's a
agree.
really good second option right now.
Yeah. And you don't
Yeah,
want Hampton carrying, 25, 30 times a game if he's,
right. Work him back
we
in. Yeah,
gotta right,
yeah.
for sure. Most definitely. Leading receiver in this game for the Chargers, Arondé Gadsden. He's back second, Trey Harris. So a little bit of a
Wow.
youth
Okay.
movement going on
Look at
here.
that.
Yeah, a little bit of a youth movement. Keelan Allen was third, so that really balances it out. He might be double
Right.
their age. Um,
Yeah, but he's being
actually,
exactly he's be
oh
honestly
yeah, he's
he's
great,
being exactly what Herbert needs right now. Which is just like,
100%.
hey, I need a quick first down. I'm gonna pass a
Yep.
4 yard pass to Keenan Allen. Um,
And then Keandre Lambert Smith, another rookie with his first damn near anything, probably one catch for a touchdown back of the end zone. It was
hey, look at
pretty cool
that.
for him. Pretty cool for him.
Look at that.
So he did have that touchdown, which was the only touchdown um, the Chargers scored
Yeah.
this game. So
Yeah. I mean,
that is a positive. On the other side, if we're talking about run games,
sure.
the Chiefs couldn't do a single
I was
thing.
just about to talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
they
Terrible,
couldn't do
terrible.
a thing.
Yeah.
So Pacheco had 11 carries for 21 yards.
Yeah.
Mahomes had 2 carries for 15 yards, and he did have a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Um, that was pretty early on in the game.
Yeah. I mean, Pacheco, like he just no one, none of the running
No,
backs could get anything done against this Chargers front seven. Um, which they have a good front seven. You know, they have a
sure.
pretty good. I mean, Mahomes got sacked quite a bit this game.
Hmm.
He got pressured a lot. He had to make a lot of throws on the run. But because he got pressured a lot, that's what led him to running out of the pocket and tearing his ACL. So, you know, it's not great. And then, Patrick Mahomes, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, which you do not see. Um,
No, I mean you don't. Yeah, I mean I'm seeing that Mahomes was under pressure almost 50% of his dropbacks. Actually, this game it was over 50% in both games against the Chargers. It averaged out to a little less than 50, but still. Yeah, Khalil Mack had 8 pressures in this game. Tui Pelotu had 7.
wow. Those are some
Both
good
were over
numbers, man.
20% pressure rate. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were really getting in there. I mean, the Chiefs offensive line we know has been just like a revolving door of players this
Right.
season.
And
So that's
another
tough.
to add on to that, their left tackle who really showed up after Simmons was this for he's out again, which
Hmm.
we don't
Hmm.
know about that fully, but Moore, who stepped up and was big for them this year, Moore, I mean, he got hurt
Mm.
there in this game.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy how
Yeah.
many offensive linemen these guys are running through.
Yeah.
But it was a similar thing, honestly, on the other side of the ball too. Justin Herbert, and this is the Chiefs were blitzing him actually. They blitzed him on over 50% of his dropbacks.
Yeah.
So like they were really trying to get him. They were really trying to get him, but he was they got 2 sacks while blitzing. But
Yeah.
he wasn't that bad against the blitz. He was 10 of 17, 101 yards with a touchdown. He did throw a pick.
Okay.
But
Well,
the
that's see.
Chargers, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the Chargers didn't blitz at all. When I said all those pressure rates, the Chargers only blitzed twice the entire
Wow. So it
game.
was just like the
So,
front four.
yep.
Wow.
They were just
That's a
getting to
great
it.
sign. And if you're gonna blitz Herbert, that's kind of the perfect game plan right now
For
because
sure. For sure.
I
I
mean,
mean, they still only put up 16 points and they only scored 1 touchdown. Like,
yeah,
yeah, this was a defensive game plan that worked.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
I this is a big win for the Chargers. I still don't really
it was.
trust them. Um, Going against like the best of the best teams in the
It's that
AFC.
offensive line.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, I think you're right that when I listed out those games for the Broncos, really the only one they might lose is that Jaguars game because they're
yeah,
just gonna bully that Chargers offensive line. There's just
absolutely, man.
nothing they can do about that.
Absolutely. And I really don't have many points other than what we've already talked about for this game. The big one obviously being Mahomes. It's a really bad situation with that. Um,
Yeah,
so that's all I really have on that game. Do you have any more closing points on that game?
I just want to say I am really interested to see what the Chiefs do this off season,
Yeah,
because they have a lot of holes. They've got a lot of holes, and I don't think their cap situation looks very good.
yeah.
So I'm really interested to see what they do this off season. It could be a blow up. Could be a little bit of an
Could
explosion.
be. I've seen a lot of sorry, excuse me. I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of people saying that they fully believe the Chiefs are going to find a way to make it happen to draft Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame. I
Which I gotta be honest, that's not even their biggest hole at this point.
no,
Like,
it's
yeah, they need a
not.
running back. They need a running back.
Yeah.
They need a lot of other shit too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I mean, I don't
I
know.
don't know. Like
I don't know.
if you're the
They can
Chiefs,
take like Jonah Coleman in the third round or something,
right,
you know what I
and be
mean?
be
Like,
serviceable, but
yeah.
is he better than Isaiah Pacheco?
Yeah,
Because
he is.
you
No,
think
he
so?
is.
Because last year
I
Pacheco
haven't
was
I haven't fully broken the tape down on somebody like
right.
that yet, but I mean Pacheco was a seventh round pick and like yeah he had some success on like some of the best offenses we've seen with Patrick Mahomes and shit,
Sure,
but these past couple seasons this is not he's got no vision. His biggest issue is his vision.
mm,
He doesn't. He's a physical guy. He's strong, and that's why everybody likes him because he's gonna
right,
run people over. But
sure,
no, he's got no damn vision, and he's not very like flexible. I wouldn't say
sure,
he's crazy explosive. So
sure.
no, this is not the kind of running back that I think you could absolutely replace Pacheco with a third or fourth round
That's
running
fair.
back
That's fair.
next year. And again, haven't fully gotten into the tape breakdown on those players yet.
Hmm.
So, maybe I don't know, maybe I watch the tape and decide, "Oh, that's not the case."
Yeah,
We'll
and
go from there.
Um, um, just like a little insight here, a little preview of sorts.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
will be getting into that tape. Connor's really good about breaking down the tape about, about scouting
I like
college
the draft.
prospects. Yeah,
I like
he's
the
really good
draft for
about
sure.
it. So pretty soon here with the season ending, we talked about we're gonna have to watch how some of the college football playoffs go, how some of the bowl games go to fully
Yep.
analyze everything. But that should be coming in the coming weeks, so look out for that. Yeah,
Absolutely. I'd say shortly after the new year, we can probably start
yeah,
getting into some players.
good
We'll
timeline.
because there's a lot of players on teams like Ohio State that are probably going to be playing for a while. So it's like,
Yeah,
I do want to see all these games.
fair.
Um, but yeah, the work will begin soon on the draft.
Sure.
We can tell you that, and we'll have mock draft episodes. We'll
Sure.
probably have we'll do some draft stuff. We'll do some draft stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can look forward to that. Hell yeah,
Yeah. Now,
hell
one
yeah.
game we're gonna move on to that Connor is not looking forward to, at least with the segment title that we have, is
Ah man,
we're calling it Sunday Nine Football because nine came out this game,
he came
came
out.
out, beat the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Um, yeah, I knew with making that segment title that it was gonna.
That's fine, man. He had a good game. You
He
know
did
what?
have
He
a
had a
good
good
game.
game. We can say
You're
it.
right.
The Vikings beat the Cowboys
Yeah.
34 to 26.
Yeah.
Nine was 15 of 24, 250 yards, two touchdowns, one interception.
Yeah.
I went back and watched like the all 22 of this game. He looked good, man. He looked good. Like I like
Yeah.
here's the thing with JJ McCarthy. Here's the thing with JJ McCarthy. I'm just gonna lay it out
Go
immediately.
ahead. Do it.
It's this isn't super in depth or anything, but like if you go watch him, and this is something that his coaches have talked about. They have talked about JJ McCarthy's mechanics are fucking weird and not right. And that's just like you see it so clearly and obviously. The
Yeah.
guy, I'm gonna show you. He's got the ball. This is what he's doing. Like that's what he's doing, but it ends up going to the right place. I don't know how, but like that. It's just ridiculous.
You about threw
But
out
the
your
ball
shoulder doing
goes.
that.
I think I just did. I got to be honest. I'm out for the season. I'm out for the season. You got to fill in for me. You got to
Oh no.
replace me.
Hey, you
Who's my
get a wrong
backup?
guy to ask.
Who's my backup? Who's my backup? All right, hold on. No,
Gardner Minshew.
but seriously. Oh, no, but dude, the ball was going to the right spot. Like you watch him throw the ball and you're like, ew. And then where the ball ends up, it's like, holy shit, great throw.
Yeah.
So it's something that Kevin O'Connell has like, he was talking about this earlier in the season. He was like, yeah, we're working. We're working on it. Like,
Sure.
we want him to fix this. We're working on it.
Yeah.
But it kind of seems like they were like, you know what, man?
Just
Fuck it.
go do it.
Just go do it.
Yeah.
Just go do whatever you want. Like, I don't care how it
As
looks
long as we win
because
games.
dude, exactly. And
Yeah.
because it seems to be kind of working. Because he was pretty
Well, it
darn
did in
good
this
in this
game.
game. It did in this game at least. You're right. Against the Cowboys defense.
Right.
Oh, they suck. But
Well, and
they fucking suck.
it's still not a good sign that Justin Jefferson only had two receptions for 22 yards. Now he did
Well,
have
that's a
eight
terrible sign.
targets. So
No,
he's
well,
getting the
that's
ball.
almost a worse sign.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the
I
ball
mean,
thrown his way. Are they good passes? That's another story.
it's a
Um,
great point.
Jordan Addison led this
Yeah,
receiving game for the Vikings, two receptions, 66 yards. He's also unironically one of the funniest players in the league.
sure.
Did you see whenever Josh Naylor caught that touchdown and was like down on the ground and he went and acted like he had
Gave him a
like an
stim.
injection
He
to
gave him
stop.
a stim
He
shot.
was actually
That
hurt
was
and he just
so
went
awesome. He gave
like
him a
he was like
stim. Oh my
like
God, he
he
gave him
didn't
a
get
stim.
like he was the funniest thing is that he was actually hurt and he was just like
Yeah.
kicking
And he
around.
said, get up. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Like
so
that's
good,
so
dude.
funny to me.
Dude, that made me laugh so hard. I'm so glad you brought
Yeah.
that up because that clip was so fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson tied him though. He also had 66 receptions,
Yeah.
receiving yards, four receptions. But I mean, yeah, Jalen Naylor had the two touchdowns. Like,
Yeah.
that is crazy. that
Yeah.
Jefferson only has 2 catches and 22 yards. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like we
Yeah.
gotta just say it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not
the
good.
Vikings couldn't get anything going on the ground in this
No.
game, so McCarthy needed to be good for them to win
Right.
because Aaron Jones had 12 carries for 34 yards. Jordan Mason had 10 carries for 29 yards. Not looking good.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, that's one thing that I'll say about the Cowboys when they added Logan Wilson and they added Quinnen Williams, they've been better about stopping the run game since
it's
they added
true.
those guys. I mean, they haven't been good about stopping the pass game. Um,
No, as an
but
overall defense, it hasn't been great.
yeah, but stopping the run game with that front seven has gotten better. So credit to them for that. Um, is it one of the best? No. No, they still got a lot of stuff to work on, but it's
Right.
better than it was.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But no, I mean, on the other side, like the Cowboys offense, I mean, these, they were doing okay. They
Sure.
were doing okay. Javonte Williams, 15 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Prescott threw for 294 yards, but no touchdowns, no picks.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb at 111 yards on 6 catches. Like,
Yeah.
they just couldn't finish. They
They
just
also
couldn't
couldn't get
finish. They
they
kicked
also
a
couldn't
ton of
get
field goals.
sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I was just saying, like, they kicked so many damn field goals. They couldn't finish.
Right. I mean, and when you have Braden Aubrey, I mean, you can put him anywhere on the field and it's good.
Yeah, facts. Brandon Aubrey, yeah, he's gonna
But
make it happen. Yeah.
you don't want to resort to using him too much. You do want to finish. You need to finish.
I
Um,
mean, touchdowns are worth a lot more than field goals. They're
right.
worth a lot more.
Now, one
So
person
yeah,
they couldn't get going in this game was George Pickens. He didn't
no, you're
have
right.
a great game in this one, like CeeDee Lamb had, which by the way, CeeDee Lamb is questionable for this upcoming
Mm,
Sunday. We got to look
okay,
more into that as Sunday rolls around. I think he's more of a game
definitely.
time decision.
Okay.
Um, but that's big if that happens. If
Oh
that
yeah, for sure.
happens, probably a George Pickens game. Um, but yeah, Javonte Williams got it going on the ground.
No, hey, hold on. It's a Ryan Flournoy game, is what it
I
is.
guess, dude, he's kind of.
Hold on. It's a Ryan Flournoy game whenever CD isn't out there. I mean, in this game, he was their second leading receiver. 4 catches for 40 yards. He was better than Pickens.
I mean,
Um,
do you think that he's going to have a similar role as Booty has for the Patriots?
yeah, absolutely he could.
Yeah.
Absolutely he could. No, I'm very glad to see him getting more work when both CD Lamb and George Pickens are healthy. And I think
Sure.
that yeah, he absolutely could just be sort of a he's a physical guy. If you want to get him the ball on a crossing route or you just want to throw it
Yeah.
to him deep, like absolutely do that.
Yeah.
That's great. Do
Yeah.
that every game. Doesn't matter who's healthy.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, this game doesn't really matter in the long run. It matters in terms of seeing that JJ McCarthy can win.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it doesn't really in terms of like long
This is a career
season.
high passing yard game for him. Career high.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, he averaged 10 basically 10 and a half yards per throw.
Yeah.
Which is great. You like to see that. He didn't get sacked a single time. Um, Dak Prescott faced a little bit of pressure. He got sacked twice in this game, but it
Mm.
wasn't terrible. Um, now Vikings moved to
Yeah,
6-8.
this was actually the most he was pressured on 51% of his dropbacks, which is apparently the highest pressure rate he's faced in a game since week 12 of 2022.
Damn.
So they were pressuring the shit out of him
Well,
actually.
and you would hope so with all those first round picks the Cowboys have used on that offensive line. Like you would hope that that's the case.
Well, I mean,
Um,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
yeah.
true.
Um,
But
so I
yeah,
mean, yeah, Vikings move to 6-8. Cowboys fall to 6-7-1. Dang it, 6-7-1.
You didn't have
Um,
to say anything.
I
You
know,
didn't have to.
I
You
know.
didn't have
I'm
to.
making it
You
worse.
didn't.
I know that you were like, please just let it go.
Oh,
Um,
that was good. That was funny though.
but I mean, the Eagles are in clear control of this NFC East, especially after this loss. And their huge win
Yeah,
against the Raiders, where they Raiders put up a goose egg with Kenny Pickett throwing the ball. Uh, but
not great.
um, yeah, I mean, the Cowboys are officially done for. The Vikings have been done for, but it was a good win
Hmm.
to see on Sunday Night Football.
Definitely, definitely. Last thing I'll say is I'll
Sure.
shout out Rookie Siobhan Rebel. He's
Yeah.
awesome. Loved him out of ECU. He's
Yeah.
finally back healthy. He was on Jefferson 10 times, I'm seeing 10 times, targeted 3 times, only one catch for 10 yards.
It's
Like
great.
that's good stuff. That's good
Yeah.
stuff. So want to shout out the rookie there, finally getting some
Love
work
it.
in.
Love that shout
Love it.
out. Um, Now another shout out I want to give.
Yeah.
Moving on to this next game, Tyler Shuck.
Come
I mean, he's
on.
stepping up. He's stepping up.
Now,
He's
now, are we seeing a pattern here? Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy,
hmm
Tyler Shuck,
right.
they're all having really good games.
hmm
But do you have any confidence in any of them to have a good game next week?
Bo Nix above the other two for sure.
Yes, I agree with that.
Um,
I agree with
but
that.
Tyler Shuck, I mean, I expect him to be serviceable next week because that's what he's been. Like,
He has been. He has been. And I went back and I did the same thing and I watched this game. What I found is that he is making really good decisions.
yeah,
The ball looks good coming out of his hand.
it
The
does.
only issue is and this hasn't really affected his receivers yet, which is interesting because he was efficient this game. He was 24 for 32,
Yeah.
272 yards, had a touchdown.
hmm
Um, he's got a little bit of ball placement issues. He's
Sure.
throwing at a little wonky spots, but again, hasn't really affected his receivers yet because they're catching it.
Yeah.
But I mean, just a couple, accuracy issues, sailing it sometimes, couple ball placement issues. So like that is something that you don't really want to see with him being like 26 years
Yeah,
old
I was
and
just
a
about to say
rookie.
that. Yeah.
So that is kind of challenging,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, you're right. He has absolutely been serviceable. Nobody expected the Saints to win this game, I'd say. The Panthers had been looking
Oh yeah.
pretty good. Um,
And
but they did.
it went down the way that we thought it would, where in terms of we've been saying this all season. I've been
Mm,
banging this drum for the entire season, which is the Saints have never lost a game because of their defense. Their
mm.
defense is top 10 in the league. I'm gonna be honest. It is top 10 in the league. And I will die on that hill.
All right. All right. No,
Um,
I like it. I
they're
mean,
super
yeah, when
good.
yeah,
They're super
recently, I
good.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and not just recently. I mean, they've lost so many games by a possession because
Mm,
their offense couldn't do anything. Um, Now with this game, they did a great job at holding the Panthers, which they've done a great job at holding the Panthers this season.
true.
Tyler Shuck had a good enough game. I mean, he had a great game, to be honest. He was also their leading rusher, which we've talked about in the past.
Yes.
That's usually not a good
Yes.
sign.
Right.
Um, but Chris
In no,
Olave have a
in
game.
this instance though, I'll say in this instance though, it was because Devin Neal pulled a hammy and he's now on IR.
Right,
So he seriously pulled that hammy and that
right.
happened pretty early if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah,
So it's like after that point, they've literally out of running backs, dude. They're out of running
right.
backs.
Because
So yeah,
they've
I
been without
mean,
Alvin Kamara for some time.
right,
So
right.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Neil got that touchdown, and then I think he got hurt actually, maybe on the touchdown. So
Yeah.
that's like super unfortunate. I mean, I guess Audric Estime is their damn running back going into next week. Like I think that's the case.
Yeah. And I
So
mean, Tyler Shuck, I
that's
mean,
insane.
he had some good runs. He did what he needed to do. Now, he
He
did
did.
get sacked quite a bit. He got pressured quite a bit in this game. But the
Sure.
fact that he was so accurate while getting pressured is a good sign.
It absolutely is.
Chris Olave had a good game. It's what you want to see out of Chris Olave. 6 receptions, 85 yards, one touchdown. Now, I will say on one of those Tyler Shuck runs, it led
Mm,
to the game-winning field goal because the Panthers guy had an unnecessary roughness call where Tyler
mm,
Shuck was sliding and he, for whatever reason, dove down and hit helmet to helmet. So
yeah,
you don't know why that happens. It was an instant flag. Everyone knew it was going to come, and
I
you just can't
know.
have
Yeah,
that in that
you
position.
can't have that.
No. And I mean, Bryce Young, he had a typical Bryce Young game where he has a great game and then he just comes out and has a game where he throws less than 170 yards.
Yeah.
He didn't get
Didn't
sacked a
really make any
ton.
mistakes though. It was,
No,
you know what I mean? Like
he
not
ran the
really.
ball
Like
well.
yeah, he did. He absolutely did. Almost 50 yards on the ground. He
Yeah.
tied Rico Dowdle. They were tied, so
Yeah.
basically the leading rusher.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I gotta say this. Another double digit comeback. Like, what's going on these past couple weeks? This is
Yeah.
crazy. This is crazy as hell. Um, but no, sorry, just wanted to say that. But yeah,
No,
no,
yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
good point.
Dowdle
It's
was
a great point.
16 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Bryce Young, 7 rushes, 49 yards. Coker was the leading receiver, 4 catches, 60 yards,
Undrafted
and a
at a Holy
touchdown.
Cross.
Hell yeah. Holy
Love it, dude.
cross. FCS football,
Love
baby.
it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Um, gotta say that.
Oh
Come
man.
on. But like you said, though, like you said, I think I cut you off. Chris Olave, have a day.
Yeah.
6 catches, 85 yards,
Yeah.
touchdown. And then also Devon Vele, 5 catches, 69 yards, and he looks pretty good. They still gave up way too much for him. They still gave up
Sure.
way too
You're
much
right.
for him when they traded for him with the Broncos, but at least he's being productive now. We love to see
Yeah.
that.
If he keeps having games like this, and I will say against a pretty tough Panthers secondary.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah,
and the fact that Tyler Shuck didn't throw a single pick against this secondary, which
for
the
sure.
secondary for the Panthers recent weeks has been like a turnover machine. So,
Great point. That's right. They really have. Yeah,
so I
that's
mean,
that's
great.
positive.
Now, Teteroa McMillan, 4 targets, 2 receptions, 25 yards. You can't have that. You just simply can't have
Yeah,
that.
and
Um,
that's been happening, and I
yeah,
I do wonder why that is. Because I
yeah,
mean, well, it's still the case where coming into this game, I don't know how the numbers stack up after this game, but coming into this game, he was the rookie receiver. He had the most receptions. He had the most receiving yards. He had
yeah.
tied for the most touchdowns. Like he's clearly leading these rookie receivers.
It probably
And
hasn't changed,
yeah,
to be honest.
yeah, I would no, probably
Yeah,
not. It's not like yes,
yeah,
no, I agree.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So and he's like he's pretty high up there on the interesting. He has over 30 he has 38 catches of at least 10 yards, which is one, two, three, four, fifth best in the NFL. So they're
Yeah.
using him in really solid ways. But the past couple of weeks it has not looked like that. So yeah, that's a good shout that you brought that up because it
And
hasn't been looking good.
it did look good against the Rams. Um,
He only had one catch. He only had one catch against the Rams. He had one catch.
all right,
One catch.
that was a big Xavier
Yeah, it was a
Leggett
it was
game
a
and Jalen
yeah,
Coker.
right. Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it was that one catch he had was very important. You know what I
sure.
mean? It was 43 yards for a touchdown on fourth
Yeah.
down, but it was the Coker game. Yeah, man, that was all that last game was all Coker.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that, obviously with the flashes you've seen with Teteroa McMillan, you knew coming into the
mhm.
season as a rookie, but it's pretty obvious that
Oh, of course.
he's gonna be
No,
a
he's great.
stud in the league.
100%. He's a
Um,
great player. It's just right now it's his rookie season and
yeah,
you know, Bryce Young is Bryce Young. You know what I mean? Like
right.
he's been playing fairly well recently,
Sure.
and has looked pretty darn good, been making some good throws.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the kind of situation where if next season he's looking just so different, like McMillan, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, and you really need Bryce to step up here and Teteroa McMillan to be more involved in these last 3 weeks because If you would have won this
Huge.
game, if the Panthers would have won this game, they only needed one win against the Buccaneers, which I feel like they is definitely possible. With how the
100%.
Buccaneers are playing, 100% possible. With losing this game, now thankfully the Buccaneers lost to the Falcons, which was crazy. Um,
Super
you
crazy.
do
But
you do need to beat the Buccaneers twice.
they need to beat them twice
Yeah,
because it's going to be tough against the Seahawks. Like if they win that game, that'll really help them out.
sure.
But they have to
You
right now be
gotta.
going into these games thinking they need to beat the Buccaneers twice, and
You
there's just
gotta
no
because
two ways about it.
in between those Panthers games, the Buccaneers play the Dolphins, where they just
Yeah.
benched
So
Tua, which we'll get in with the
yeah.
next game.
Right.
But
Right. So yeah, they're winning that. So you got to beat them twice.
you
You
got
simply got to beat them
the
twice
must.
because that's. I mean, yeah. Nobody, Jesus, nobody from this damn division's getting a wild card spot. Holy hell, not even close.
No, yeah,
So
and the scary thing is that if the Panthers do get, if they do make it to the playoffs as that four seed, because they'll be the four
mm,
seed, they're most likely going to have to play the team like the Packers.
they're playing the Rams or the Seahawks, probably. I think
Which
is
is
what I'd say.
terrifying. I mean,
That's
they've already beat
crazy.
the Rams,
Yeah.
but you can't do it twice.
No. Yeah, no. Yeah, who's gonna go into that game favoring the Panthers? Come
You
on
caused
now.
Matthew
Come
Stafford to
on
have
now.
three turnovers in that game. He doesn't do that.
I know he just doesn't do that. It's a great
Yeah.
point. He just doesn't do that. So yeah, this next game coming up for the Panthers is so huge, especially now that they lost this Saints game.
Yeah, huge. And I will say that Tyler Shuck has been serviceable. We've never thought that he's going to be the long-term solution here. Like that's never been a thought that's crossed our mind. But do you think, just a really quick talking point, with this quarterback class currently coming up, and with the Saints probably able to win one more game if they play like this, they're going to be out of really good quarterback draft position. Do you think they just
I
stick with
don't.
them for
Yeah,
another year?
100%, 100%. I don't. Yeah, no. I think at this point it's very clear. You just stick with him next year.
Yeah,
He's looked good enough. He's absolutely looked good enough.
yeah,
I think it's the kind of thing where if he was looking, not good, and you're like,
right,
damn, you used a second round pick on him. Like,
right.
that's not. Who knows? Blah, blah, blah. But now it's like, okay, you use a second round pick on him. He's looking okay. 100%. He's your
Yeah,
quarterback next season. A million percent.
yeah,
So I think it's good. Yeah, I mean, again, this quarterback draft class is what it is. So it's like, do
sure.
they take a guy in like the fifth round or something? Maybe,
And it's kind
maybe
of,
add a little extra competition. But
and we just saw too. We just saw not that he probably would have been a top four quarterback in this draft class, but we just saw that Darian Mensah returning to Duke next year,
yes,
which does throw off a lot of teams because a lot of teams were
yep,
really eyeing him.
an even
Um,
shallower pool of quarterbacks now. Yeah,
right.
for sure.
So I
Yep.
think after Mendoza and Dante Moore, this class really, because the USC
Yeah.
quarterback also went back. He's going back to school. So that also
Which
throws
smart.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, very smart. So I think that after Mendoza and Dante Moore, this class just falls. I mean, so
Big
you
time.
probably
Big
do
time.
just, and those are probably they won't make it out of the top eight, probably.
No, I agree completely. Yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah,
I think you're
that
exactly right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll ride with him. They'll ride
yeah,
with him, and they've got enough. Listen, they've got a lot of other things they need to fill. So it's not
sure.
like they're going to be like, well, we look so good. We just take a fun
Right.
quarterback, And like, no,
Right.
no, you got a lot of shit you got to fix. So,
Now, now moving on to one team that
mm,
does have a quarterback problem as we speak is the
they do.
Dolphins. Monday Night Football. The Steelers beat the Dolphins,
They
which
did.
we kind of expected anyways. But this game is huge because it was finally the game that made McDaniels say we're starting sixth round rookie Quinn Ewers in the next game. That's huge. I mean,
It's
Tua
absolutely insane.
Tua has such an insane contract that you just can't get rid of. No team. I saw someone say that before this decision to bench Tua,
Mm.
you probably could have gotten a draft pick for him, a low draft pick. But now
Oh yeah,
you probably have to attach a draft pick to him now to get rid of him. Um, so which is
yeah.
a very interesting point.
I think
Um,
you're probably right. And I mean, yeah, he's just like it's the kind of thing where I would not be surprised if he is a starter on another team next season.
Sure.
But yeah, this does not help get him somewhere else for sure.
No, as the Dolphins, you can't
Not at
you
all.
you just can't get a good return for him now. Um,
No.
no.
So, but I mean, that is a huge change.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers is not very good.
No,
So
he looks
this is
terrible.
insane
Yeah.
that this is happening. Now, here's the thing though.
Okay.
They get the absolutely stacked three high stack of waffles, soft. Uh, I'm gonna keep using this
I
metaphor.
love
I don't
these
know. It's
food
kind of funny.
analogies, dude. Keep
It's
them
pretty
coming.
funny. It's the damn Bengals this week. So
Yeah.
hey, it's like easy mode he's getting thrown in on. So that's
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean? That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
So we'll
Which
see how that ends up looking.
I
But
guess it's easy mode. I mean, the secondary looked pretty good for most of the game against Lamar Jackson last game. Now they
yeah,
kind
but
of they
yeah.
they folded at the end because they showed their true colors, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
But that was a
but
divisional
it's you're right.
game, and
You're
like
right.
that's Lamar. Or I mean, or like that's just the way the Ravens have been looking. I don't know,
Sure.
but
And
I think that I mean they've been so bad the whole season that it's
you're
easy
right.
mode. You know what I mean?
You're
It's
right.
there's not many. There's not. At least I'll say it like this. There's not many defenses you'd rather him go up against in his like it basically the first start. You
That's a
know what I
good
mean?
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
it's a very good point.
yeah.
And I mean, Steelers win 28-15. They move up to 8-6. The Dolphins fall to 6-8. Very good for the Steelers because they're still in playoff contention. They're leading their division right now for the playoff
Yep.
for a playoff push. Um, an interesting stat that I want to bring up here that we talked a little
Sure.
bit about before we started recording is that the Steelers now have the longest they've had it. They have the longest streak of home wins on Monday Night Football. They have 23 straight home wins on Monday Night Football dating back to 1991.
It's ridiculous.
Unbeatable. Unbeatable at home on
Haven't
Monday Night
lost at
Football.
home on Monday since
Yeah,
91. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's a great stat. So I mean, yeah, this game, the Steelers, Rodgers, solid game, 23 of 27,
yeah,
224 yards, two touchdowns. Like
absolutely.
that's a darn good game right there.
Yeah,
That's what Rodgers is going to be doing. Um,
yeah,
Kenneth Gainwell, pretty good on the ground, 13 carries, 80 yards. Warren, 12 carries, 33 yards. Not very good.
no,
Not looking good. DK Metcalf
yeah.
had like a Terminator touchdown. Um,
Yeah, he did.
Three catches, 55 yards. That touchdown was sick.
It
Absolutely threw
was.
a guy, ran over another guy. Was awesome.
Well, and what's really good to see if you're a Steelers fan heading into this home stretch of the season, hopefully getting into the playoffs, is that connection between Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf the past couple weeks has been pretty strong, which you kind
Good
of
point. Yeah.
need to see. Um, you do have Calvin Austin, you have uh,
They got the tight ends that
Roman
they've
Wilson,
got.
you
They're just
have
using all those damn
Fryermuth,
tight ends. Yeah.
Darnell Washington, Jonnu Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
but it's really good to see DK kind of stepping up into the player that they expected him to be from the trade with the Seahawks.
Yeah. And I mean, still only three catches for 55 yards. So there's still room. Like, keep using them, keep throwing the ball to them.
And
But
he only had three
they were
targets, so
having,
he caught every target
yeah.
that came his way.
Yep. Yep. There you go. So it
Um,
honestly was a situation where they didn't really need to, because I mean, like Gainwell was having so much success on the ground and
right,
through the air. He had
and through the
seven
air.
catches for
Yeah,
46 yards.
yeah.
Similar situation on the other side, which is
Hmm.
a product of Tua. Devon
Right.
Achan had 12 carries for 60 yards, and he led the team in receiving with six catches for 67 yards.
Yeah,
And Darren Waller was right there behind him, though, with seven catches for 66 yards and two
absolutely.
touchdowns. Um, but I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
Achan is just like a special kind of talent who, when you've got a quarterback like Tua who loves checking it down and and needs a
And
strong run
he's
game, is what it seems like.
I mean, and he's successful with it. He gets the job done with it. Like you said, he's such a special talent. And it just feels
Yeah.
like, I mean, the Dolphins were on like a little bit of a hot streak coming into this game,
Mm.
but it just feels like HN is, are you wasting some of this early success for him? I mean, do you see him possibly come up in trade talks? And then if they're like this next year, Um,
No, I
I feel like
mean,
Waddle and
yeah.
HN might be on the chopping block, not because they're doing bad, but because the Dolphins are like, if we're bad again next year, we got to tear this whole thing down.
Yeah, that would be a full blow it up
Yeah,
situation for sure. That's a
yeah,
full blow it up situation if that happens, which I don't know. I mean, it seems like, Mike McDaniel might be, his seat is super hot, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, so there's definitely going to be some changes coming to the Dolphins
sure.
for sure.
Which,
They'll
which,
probably keep, because like Tyreek Hill's gone almost certainly. So it's
right,
just like,
right.
yeah, they want to have at least something, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to blow it completely up.
No, yeah, these are players that are good enough where like, yeah, you want to hold on to them
Yeah,
until you are good again, whenever that ends up being. It's not like these are just like, they're pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, no,
yeah.
these are really some damn good players.
And I will say, talking about Mike McDaniel, uh, if he gets fired this year, he's going to be such a
Mm.
hot commodity
Oh,
because
dude.
he turned that Dolphins team into a consistent playoff team.
Yeah.
Like, and
Oh, yeah.
this year it's just kind of off the rails, but he's still 6-8. Like
No,
it
I
looks like it
mean,
could
could
be a
you
lot
imagine?
worse.
Yeah, if he went somewhere with a like pretty good quarterback, that would be awesome. You know
Like,
what I mean? Like anybody who's got a quarterback that they feel like is at at least pretty good is
yeah.
gonna kill for him.
Like, and
Like for
what do
sure.
you think with Mike McDaniel's probably possibly taking over for like the Giants with Jackson Dart?
I think that would be, I mean, that would be like they would love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would love that. And I think that would look pretty darn good, I think. That
Yeah.
offense would look good.
Which,
So
by the
that
way, we're going to talk
yeah.
about a little hot take that came out about Jackson Dart when we
Mm,
get into predictions because it's
sure.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, we got to get there. We got to get
Which
there.
was made by Colin Cowherd, which we know is
Uh,
ludicrous with some of his takes. But
oh man, yeah.
yeah,
What a
but
guy.
the Steelers stay in the top of their division.
Yep.
You know, the Dolphins, I will say their next game against the Bengals, we'll talk about this more in predictions, but Joe
Mm,
Burrow has looked human in these past two games with those interceptions and not being able to finish, and he's looked human, which he
yeah.
hasn't looked in a while. So very interesting thing there to look out for. Do I think Quinn Ewers beats the Bengals? No. Um,
Right.
but yeah. So yeah, I mean that's kind of all the points I have for this game. Uh,
Yeah, man, it's gonna be really interesting to see how just like this team looks
yeah.
with without two. I mean, we've seen it a little bit. We've seen it a little bit. Like we're not
Right.
we've seen it. But I mean, dude, I mean, if they're fully committing at this point, like let's just see how they look these last few games.
Yeah. I mean, well, it'll be they're putting themselves in a pretty tough situation, but I guess Mike McDaniels is like he even announced whenever they made the decision, he was like, yeah, it's inexcusable. It's really bad quarterback play. Like it's
Hmm.
just really bad QB play.
There you go.
So he was
There
honest.
you go.
Yeah. Yeah. But moving on to the next game. We got my Arizona Cardinals versus the Texans. The Texans win this game 40-20. It is the third time out of the last four games that the Cardinals have allowed 40 plus points.
Mm.
So not good, especially
No.
when they've had a lot of injuries. The Cardinals have the second most players missed because of injuries this year.
Okay.
Second
Sure.
most, yeah, games missed by players. It's still pretty inexcusable. I mean, they really looked like a college team versus a professional team out there. They were making mistakes.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett threw an interception, but this secondary for the Texans is so good that it's kind of like fine. Jacoby Brissett should be a backup anyways. Uh,
No, sure. And I mean, his
but
stat line wasn't bad. Like, if you just look
no,
at the stat line, it's like, this is not
he
bad.
just is not getting any help. He's not getting
Ah,
any
yeah.
help. And once again, Bam Knight in the first quarter after his first rush got hurt. Bam Knight's out. So now they officially are out. Uh, um, Bam Knight, James Conner, and Trey Benson, as well as another running back that they tried to bring on who also got hurt. Uh,
Jesus.
so basically,
Jeez.
it's basically like Final Destination if you're put into a
Yeah.
running back game for the Cardinals. Like you're
Michael
gonna give
Carter, watch out.
Michael
Michael
really,
Carter, look behind you.
and even he came in and had a good game. Like he had a
Sure.
pretty decent game, getting thrown into the fire. I mean, he had 4 receptions, 38 yards, and he had 14 rushes for 56 yards.
Not bad.
You can't really ask for more against this Texans defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, actually,
Like I
true.
said, Jacoby Brissett, 27 to 40, 249 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, he was getting pressured a lot in
Oh, I'm
this
sure.
game. The Cardinals' offensive line has they have so many injuries on that offensive line. Seventh round pick from 2 years ago, John Gaines out of UCLA came in. He's a third string swing guard, and he came in and looked
Mm,
pretty good. He
great.
looked pretty good for them. Paris Johnson, I believe, is still out. But Jonathan
Okay.
Fryer came in for him and left tackle spot, and he also looked pretty good guarding Hunter. So
Yeah, that's tough.
uh,
That's a tough ass
it's
matchup.
a tough ask. So I mean, the Cardinals, their defense is just absolutely allowing. Will Johnson, unfortunately, has taken a step back, and
Mm.
is that a result of
Yeah, I
just
wouldn't
us?
say that. I wouldn't say like, he's taking a step back. The whole defense is just like struggling. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
Like, it's not his fault. I don't think he's
no.
regressing as a player or
I think that
anything.
he
Like,
still has
yeah,
all pro potential. But I
sure,
think
for
that
sure.
the schematics aren't helping him out right now. The
No,
front seven isn't helping him out right now.
no, right.
The only two front seven players who are really helping him out right now is Walter Nolan and Josh Sweat.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat, he didn't get a ton this game, but he's been a pressure machine. He's been the best. He's been the sack leader for the Cardinals this whole year. And
Yeah, he's been awesome.
Walter Nolan, whenever he gets in there, he's such a disruptor. Even being double teamed, like in the run game, even in the pass game a little bit, he's just such a disruptor down there.
Now, that is my question about him. How many snaps is he playing?
Probably not as much as he should be. I'm gonna be real with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
He was out there a lot this game because I think that they fully think that he's healthy coming off of that calf injury now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that
Yeah,
he,
I'm seeing this is his defensive playtime percentage on NFL Pro. This game against the Texans, he was at 60%,
yeah,
which is the highest that I'm
yeah,
seeing he played.
like I,
His yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I said,
So,
this was the
yeah,
most that he's played. He played a lot more than
you were
usual.
right. Yeah. I mean, did he get hurt in the Jaguars game? Only 9%. He must have got hurt
He did. He got hurt.
or something. Yeah.
He hurt his ankle in that game. But thankfully
Okay,
he was
there you
able to
go.
come back.
Good for him.
Not
Yeah.
in the game, but the next week. Um, so I mean, Will Johnson, like we said, I think that this is just a blip given that the scheme isn't working for him. The front seven isn't doing anything. So, and also he had to
Hmm.
guard Nico Collins a lot in this game. And Nico Collins,
He did.
he just kind of exposed Arizona's secondary and their lack of preparation in the secondary. And they've had a lot of injuries, right? I mean, Starling Thomas, who you were hoping, who last year was pretty good for them, has been hurt the
Hmm.
entire season.
It's
But they
unfortunate.
had Max Melton. Uh, they have Keitrell Clark out there, who's you just kind of hope you get something good from him. Denzel Burke, a fifth round rookie, has had to play a lot for them this year. But I think Jalen Thompson was hurt. Buda Baker is getting older,
Mm,
and he's not great in pass coverage. He's great in the run game, which he always has been. He's always been that run game animal, but he's not great in pass coverage right now. He's serviceable, but Jalen Thompson was out. Uh, Keaton Crawford, seventh round pick out of Nevada, who's been pretty good for them, was also hurt. Robert Taylor Dimerson's hurt. So they were down
yeah.
to Bland. Um,
Yeah.
so, you know,
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of
now
people.
the one,
Yeah.
the two bright spots for this Arizona team, truly, other than their on the offense,
Hmm.
um, is obviously Trey McBride. I mean, Trey McBride
Big time.
is pretty unstoppable.
He's so awesome.
It's
Yeah.
undeniable that he's the best tight end
He
in
is so
football.
awesome.
He's
Very, very possible he wins me a fantasy championship in these next
he's
couple of weeks
I
here.
mean,
He's
hey,
so good.
like
He's so good.
he's up there. He's like fifth in the league in receptions and receiving yards, and the only people around him are wide
Yeah.
receivers.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's having one of those seasons,
he's
most definitely.
insane. And Jacoby Brissett has unlocked that. So
That's exactly what it
another
is.
guy that he got 11 targets this game, but he didn't have
Mm,
as productive a game because Jacoby Brissett did miss some throws this game. He probably the Cardinals probably should have had like I'm gonna be honest, like 34 points in this game. Um, but Jacoby
mm.
Brissett did miss some throws. They had
It's okay.
fumbles.
Yeah.
But Michael Wilson, 11 targets again this game, five receptions, 54 yards, a touchdown. Uh, he is one of the when he's given that wide receiver one position, he's truly one of the better separators in the
He
league. I
just
mean,
looks good. You just
he
watch the tape. He
does.
just looks good,
He
dude. He just
does
looks
look
good.
good. I mean, he was creating separation against
Yeah.
Stingley, which Stingley is crazy good. And
Oh,
also
yeah. Oh, for sure.
remind me of that uh young guy's name on the Texans who they really like.
Yeah. I believe we're thinking of Kamari Lassiter.
Yes.
Kamari Lassiter.
He had that
Yes.
touchdown grab against Kamari Lassiter where he basically was like he had a toe tap. He made Kamari Lassiter look small, basically.
Mm,
I mean, Michael, he's got such a good catch radius. He's got such strong hands. He's a good separator. And you just hope that when Marv comes back and they probably bring in another wide receiver here in the draft, not with the first pick, but probably a day two pick,
hmm.
you just hope that they keep the production up and the targets up because he's pretty damn good. Now the Texans, I'm going to jump to the Texans here. Um, Cardinals didn't do a good job of creating pressure at all. Jawar Jordan had
Hmm.
15 rushes for
Hmm.
101 yards, which you never want to
Man.
see. CJ Stroud had a really good game. His connection with Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz was really good in this game. Um, no interception, three touchdown passes, 260 yards, 22 of 29 passing. Nico Collins had two really, really big touchdown grabs in this game.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, if Jacoby Brissett doesn't make some errant throws, I mean, the secondary didn't look great against the Cardinals. Um, Michael Wilson, if he doesn't make some errant throws, he probably has 80 receiving yards. Trey McBride,
Sure.
I know Bengals fans are posting a lot right now where they're like, I can't believe we have to face that absolute maniac in a couple of weeks. He's going to torch us up. Um,
Yes, he
but
is.
other than that, I mean, it's a lost season for the Cardinals, has been for a while. I'm not going to talk too much more. I've already spent more time talking about it than I had planned to. Um, but I do want to point out and say good for the Texans because it looked like in the earlier part of the season that the
Hmm.
season was lost. Was just completely lost for them. They
It
were
did.
heading in a bad direction, and now they're 9-5 and for sure a playoff team. Um,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
good for the
I mean,
Texans.
they started 0-3. Like, Yeah, no, they've turned it around and they look good. I just have a couple things to say. Firstly,
Sure
Trey
thing.
McBride has become the first tight end in NFL history with 100 receptions in back-to-back seasons. First tight end in NFL history to do
Yeah,
that.
pretty crazy.
So they're throwing him the ball a lot. Also broke a tie with Travis Kelsey for the longest streak of games with 5+ receptions by a tight end in NFL history.
Yeah.
And then I do just want to really quickly touch on Walter Nolan because
Hmm.
I think it is very interesting that he's been playing like 50 to 60% of snaps in these games that he's been bagged. Because here's the thing, coming into the draft, he wasn't my favorite. I'll be totally honest. I was a little lower on him than many of the other draft experts and consensus. And that's how I felt. Because
Sure.
the reason I felt that way is because when he was, it seemed to me like when Walter Nolan wanted to sack the
Mm,
quarterback, he would fucking do that shit.
that
And
was,
he
yeah,
would explode off the line
right.
and he would gap a double team
Yeah,
and he's destroying you when he wants to. But for some reason, it seemed a lot. I would see so many plays on tape where he would just get pushed off the line because it seemed like he didn't really care.
yeah,
Or he would just like, this run's not coming my way. I'm just gonna chill
right.
over here. Or like, whatever. That's what I saw a lot of the time. So, and it is very clear that on the Cardinals, he's having a ton of success. He
Right.
looks great. Like that is 100% true.
Yeah,
I really wonder if they do ramp up his playing time,
yeah.
do those consistency issues that I saw pop out, or like, I mean, if he's a 60% player, but all of that 60% of the time he's giving 100%,
Yeah.
that might be good. Like that might be really good for him.
It's a
I
good
don't know.
point.
So I just want to say that like it'll be interesting to see if he ramps up as he gets healthier or if this is just the kind of player that he is. But
It's a good
either
point.
way, he undoubtedly looks great right now.
He
So
does. And
yeah,
I think that's a very good point. Yeah, coming out of the draft, he had a lot of drive and motor concerns because he
at
would
least
have
I
plays
thought
where, look,
so. A lot of other people were like, "Oh, this is the best tackle in the class." I'm like, listen,
well,
I just didn't feel that way. But I mean,
I felt
yeah,
like he had a lot more potential because
sure, sure.
his truly like his breakout season was his last one with Ole Miss. Like
Which
that was his
absolutely, yeah, right.
breakout. And with players like that, you get a little hesitant on them because you're
Mm,
like, we don't have a huge sample size. Whenever he looks good, he looks dominant. But
yep,
whenever he decides to take a play off, you get worried about that. But you're right. This year, with the Cardinals, with the snap percentage he's getting, he's been a game wrecker. And you do wonder if you because they have Calais Campbell's going to retire after this year, but they still have
right,
Dalvin Tomlinson on the team. Darius Robinson has been pretty bad, but this is basically his rookie season. Um, they still have Dante Stills, who's fine. I mean, if they get some other defensive tackles in that room, there you can just play Walter Nolan in those situations, and he gives you
right.
100%. You're happy with that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have a graphic right here that I want to put up. We don't have many graphics this week, but one graphic that I'm just going back to Michael Wilson and Trey McBride. Uh, with PFF, they have the most receptions combined over the last 5 weeks with 88. The closest second is Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameer Gibbs at 60.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. That is nuts.
That's nuts, dude. Like that's crazy.
Yep.
But other than that,
But
like I
that's
said,
good.
that's really good.
Give the
If
ball to your best players.
you want to talk about positives, but that's kind of my final point on that game. Good for the Texans. Cardinals are once again in a rebuild situation, which sucks, but you have some bright spots to look into that. Um, Now we are going to jump in and get right in to our fumble opinion. Now,
Hell yeah.
those of you who have been with us from the very beginning, and even if you joined last week, welcome. We're glad to have you. Our fumble opinion is where Connor and I go over Fumbles Won, where we see what picks we got right from the week before, and Fumbles Lost, where we weren't so
Yep.
good at picking those games. With Fumbles Lost, yep. And then we also go over predictions for this week's game. We're going to start with Fumbles Lost, see what we got wrong. We split completely down the middle this week, which is great. I think we're on like the same wavelength at this point of who we
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
predict.
yep, for sure.
So we both got wrong. The Bengals, Patriots, Giants, Packers, Panthers, Cowboys. Is there a team on there that you're the most surprised with?
I mean, maybe the Panthers, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna go the same way. Now, I will say, if you go Panthers, then I'll go Bengals because I didn't expect the Bengals to lose by that much.
That's a good point. I mean, that's a good point. If we're
Yeah.
taking into account how they lost, I think
Yeah.
that's totally fair.
I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm gonna base it off of. Um, because the Panthers are would be the case for me, but if I had to choose someone else, it'd be the Bengals. Um, now
Yeah, I agree.
moving on to Fumbles Won, we still got quite a bit of green in there. Look at that. We like the green machine. We
Love it.
got right the Bears, Texans, Rams, 49ers, Jaguars, Seahawks, Chargers, Eagles, Steelers. Uh, Kind of expected that to happen. Now, is there a team in there that, by the way they played, kind of shocked you a little bit? Not that they won, but
Well,
how they won.
I mean, well, the Seahawks, I guess, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
didn't expect them to win like that, but
yeah.
hey, they pulled it out, so we'll take
I'm gonna say the Bears because I
it.
expected the
Okay,
Bears to win, but they torched that Browns defense.
good point. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean they
yeah.
torched it. And Shadur Sanders, uh, he had one pick, yeah, where it was right in Jerry Judy's arms, and then he just let
Mm,
Tyreek Stevenson take it. But he threw three picks this game. It didn't look good.
no.
Even it's not that he doesn't have a ton of time because he has plays where he has time, but he just can't find
Yeah.
a way to get the ball. His wide receivers can't
No,
separate.
and what's so interesting is he the Bears were blitzing a little bit. And when Shadur was blitzed,
Yeah.
he actually like was successful. He actually was good. He completed 5 of 6 passes for 118 yards
Yeah.
when he was blitzed. When when he only faced 4 rushers or less, he was 13 for 28 for 59 yards and 3 picks.
See,
So when they were
that's
sending extra players at him, he was able to like, okay, I know where I need to go with this thing. But then when they dropped back into coverage, he was just confused.
that's a very interesting point
Yeah.
to bring up because that it doesn't feel like that should be the case, right? Now,
I
with
mean, yeah.
Shadur, with Shadur, I will say that he has the ability to have some explosive plays, which was not the case beforehand, but he had two big explosive plays, both to Isaiah Bond, where they were
Mm,
great throws. And Bond had some great separation. So he has that ability. But we'll talk more about that later. We'll talk more about Shadur when we get to predictions. But as of right
sure.
now, let's get to these predictions. Let's pound these out.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we're gonna start again. Thursday night football game already happened, so we've got that out of the way. But we got 2 games on Saturday. Saturday games.
That's right.
First one here, Eagles Commanders.
Hmm.
They're playing in Washington. Eagles favored by 7, a full touchdown.
Yeah, seems fair. I'm going to take the Eagles. I mean, the
Yeah, I
Washington
agree.
Commanders are having an off season. They've been riddled with injuries. Um,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
and the Eagles just embarrassed the Raiders. Um, I'm gonna have to
Yep.
take the Eagles are kind of turning it up. They had a bad game against the Chargers, but they completely turned it around against the Raiders, which not surprising. Um,
Not at all.
so you hope that they continue it, but I think they continue it here with playing the
Yeah, that one's
Commanders.
pretty easy. I
Yeah,
agree. That one's pretty easy. But
yeah.
this next game's a darn good one and very important. Packers Bears Saturday night,
Ooh.
round 2. Packers Bears. Packers took home the first one. This one, though, is in Chicago, and the Bears are favored by a point and a half. Now,
I'm
no
gonna,
Micah Parsons, we can say. No
yeah,
Micah
I'm gonna take the
Parsons.
Bears in this one. I think with Micah Parsons being out and playing in Chicago, I think the Bears get revenge in this game. If the Packers won, would I be surprised? No. But I'm gonna
Right.
have to go. I'm gonna choose the Bears for a second time. So I'm gonna go Bears.
I'll go Bears too.
Wait,
No Michael Parsons, I think, makes a big difference.
I
I think
agree.
Ben Johnson will be very happy about that.
Yeah, and I think
Very, very
Caleb
happy.
Williams is super good at evading pressure. Super good.
Right, right, right. That's his strengths for
And he
sure.
makes
So,
like
yeah.
he made a pass last week against the Browns where he was strolling. He was almost out of bounds and he threw like a 35-yard touchdown to DJ Moore. And it
Mm,
literally went between two defenders' hands.
yep.
Straight to him. Like and
Great,
it was like
great
across his
pass.
body. That's
Yep.
nuts, dude.
No, yeah. I saw somebody actually, I think, yeah, I saw somebody compare that to the catch, like that 49ers Joe Montana to
Right.
right that like
To
it's the
Clark,
same. He's
yeah.
rolling out that way and does that. But
Yeah.
Caleb's pass was like 15 yards further. So it was
Yeah,
even
man.
better by a lot.
Insane. And
Like
it was like
so
a
yeah.
perfect spiral straight
Yeah.
shot. I think that
Beautiful throw.
I think the Bears are going to take it this game.
Yeah. I agree. I think they probably split and that'll be huge for the Bears.
Yeah.
Chances to win that division. Really, really good stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
Now, another huge game starting off
Okay.
Sunday. Panthers Buccaneers. Panthers
Mm,
Buccaneers. Panthers are at home, but the Buccaneers favored by 3.
understandable. I'm going Panthers. Um, because
Wow.
they've I'm going to go Panthers because they've kind of been a seesaw this year.
They have.
Like
That's a
they
good
win a
point.
game, they lose a game. They win a game, they lose a game. They lost against the Saints. I think they take it against the Buccaneers. Um, now
That's crazy. You're
in
exactly right. They've gone back and forth since week 8. Week
yeah,
8 they well, I guess technically week 7. Week 7 they won and then ever since then they've alternated. That's a good point.
yeah, they're seesaw, and I think it's about time they win again. Now, that also the seesaw would happen that the Seahawks win and then they beat the Buccaneers again. It's hard to beat the Buccaneers twice, but I think they take this one. It's another case
I
though if the
think I'm
Buccaneers
gonna take the Buccaneers. I'm gonna take the
fair,
Buccaneers. I'll split this one with you. I'm gonna take the Buccaneers. I
totally
just
fair.
the vision I'm seeing is the Panthers lose this one, and then it makes the Seahawks game even more stressful for me because they're like, oh my
They
God,
really
we're
need to
so
pull it out.
desperate. We have to win this one. That's my narrative vision for what's
And
gonna
they do
happen
they
here.
play the
So I'm
Seahawks
taking
in
it.
Charlotte?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we'll
So,
see.
well, again, we know the Seahawks are better on the road than at home, but
Right.
that's neither here nor there.
I don't
But
mind that split. That's a good split for us this week.
no, I agree. I think
Yeah.
that should be a great game right there. Now this next one shouldn't be a great game. It's the Bills and the Browns. It's the Bills and the Browns. The Bills are favored by 10.5 points,
Yeah.
and they are playing in Cleveland. So,
Yeah, I'll take the Bills.
yeah, me too. And the reason we say that is because Shadur Sanders, let's talk about it a little bit more. Let's go.
Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier. We can talk about it a little bit more here.
Yeah. I posed a question to Connor off
Yeah.
air so that we could talk about it on air. We won't spend too much time on it. But I asked Connor, I said, with how is playing, he shows flashes.
Hmm.
If the Browns end up with a top pick, do you think that you take a quarterback in this class, or do you ride it out with Shadur for another year and wait for the quarterback stat class in, in the next draft? Like, what do you kind of do here?
Now I'll say I think that it is close. I could see arguments for both sides. I could see arguments for, hey, just let them play the next season too,
Sure.
because you're probably gonna have a high draft pick. So
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah.
I can also see like, hey, you can kind of clearly see this guy's probably not your quarterback of the future.
Sure.
So, you know,
Sure.
I think that if they end up with like let's say, pick two or three or something
Mhm.
like that, and a non-quarterback goes off the board, one, maybe even two, they're up. They're looking at Fernando Mendoza or something, or whoever, Dante
It'd
Moore,
have
whatever.
it'd have to be
I
Mendoza.
think I think they do it. Well, I'm just like maybe the Jets have the second pick and the Jets take Mendoza,
Fair,
and then you're left
fair,
with
fair,
like,
fair.
okay, what's going on here?
That's
I
very
think
good point.
I honestly think they take a quarterback. I think they do. And the reason I say that is because they've got now Quinshawn Judkins, a solid running back.
Right.
They've got Harold
Samson.
Fannin, who appears to be Samson as well.
Yeah,
They've got Harold Fannin, who appears to be like a solid offensive weapon, a
I
solid
agree.
receiving weapon.
Agree.
And then, like, I guess Bond is turning into something here.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of rookies this season.
And they
Next year will
still
be their
have
sophomore
Njoku.
season. And of course, they still have Njoku.
Yeah.
And then on the defensive side, you still got Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
You now have this, Mason Graham.
Yeah.
The defense is really good. The Browns defense is
Denzel
really good.
Ward, Tyson
Yeah,
Campbell.
the
Yeah.
Browns defense is really, really good. So
Carson
that's
Schlesinger. Yeah.
Carson Swetzinger. They've got this youth movement going on
Right.
everywhere else where it's like, hey, things are kind of looking up a little bit,
Right.
except quarterback. So, yeah, I would not be surprised at all. And I think it might be the right decision to, if they're in a position to take Fernando Mendoza, take Fernando Mendoza. If you've got
Right.
to take Dante Moore, take him. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're
See,
in that position.
and I will say, because this will be, if they do draft a quarterback, it'll be three
Mm.
quarterbacks in 2 years that they've drafted. Um,
Crazy, right?
Now I will say, I think that if Mendoza doesn't fall to them, I
Mm.
think that they might trade down. Well,
That's good. Fair
I
point.
do like
Yeah.
Dante Moore a lot. However, you know who I think would be? I think they need to address offense. I think their defense is super good. Like I truly
For
do.
sure. I agree
But
completely.
you know who I think would be a great first round pick for the Browns, even though they don't need defensive help. I think Caleb
Mm.
Downs would be great for this
I
defense, like
agree.
filling in that
I
safety
agree.
spot. Like,
And especially if you're just going to take like best player available, he's
sure,
probably just one of the
like
straight up best players in the
you
draft.
can trade down and pick Caleb Downs because there are going to be a lot of QB needy teams, offensive line teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Offensive line, good point. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I can
so
also see, if they trade down, could be wide receiver. They need another weapon. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Could
right.
definitely be a weapon because, you know, like I said, Harold Fannin looks like he's a weapon. You need a number one wide receiver, though. You don't have
No,
one. So,
you're going to
yeah,
have to take
that's
a look
definitely
at
something.
if Lemons. We don't know if he's coming back to USC or not. He still hasn't
I think he
announced it.
declared. I think he declared.
Did
Did
he
he not
declare?
declare? Maybe he didn't. You're right. No, maybe did he? Let me look it up. I thought I saw
I
that he
thought he
did.
was
I could be
waiting.
tripping.
Or he might
Lemon.
have.
No, he did
He
declare. He
officially declare?
declared.
Okay.
He
So
did declare. So he's in.
you'll have some options, with Clement, with Carnell Tate, with Jordan Tyson. Um,
And something we talked about, he has opted out of their bowl game. So Makai Lemon has
well, there
entered the
you go.
draft and opted out of the bowl
There you
game.
go.
So we've
So
seen the
there
last of Makai Lemon in college.
I think that honestly, if I'm the Browns, I'm either going wide receiver or Caleb Downs
I
in
don't hate
this
that at
first
all.
round.
I don't hate that at all.
And then
Yeah, I'm really
possibly,
excited to get more into the prospects and see
yeah,
what other options there might be. But like, I agree that like, yeah, wide receiver or
they've
best player available
yeah,
is
they've
probably what
they've
they should
definitely
do.
got some questions at that quarterback position of whether or not you keep Shadur, whether or not you trust the flashes that he's shown and hope that with more weapons, maybe next year he can have a little bit better of a sophomore leap. Um,
Sure.
but it's going to be I like I said, if Mendoza doesn't fall to them, I think that they might ride it out and take like a day two pick at quarterback for why
Yeah.
not sake.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think it probably depends on where they end up picking
Yeah.
and how it falls. For sure. Okay, so we both picked the Bills in that game though, but that's
Oh, for sure.
a good discussion to have
Yeah.
there, picking the
Yeah.
Bills.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it on to Now, let me scroll down
For sure.
here. Yep, I'll call it. Yeah, I'll call it toilet bowl of the week. Jet Saints, Jet Saints, Jet Saints. It's looking ugly.
You
The
know how we
Saints are favored
mentioned,
by 6, though. What?
you know how we mentioned earlier about the buttery, syrupy
Yeah, right. Yeah.
pancakes and the nice waffle
Delicioso.
stacks, delicious breakfast. This is like waking up and like having a Nutri-Grain bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
yeah. So
They're playing in New Orleans and the Saints are favored by 6 points. I'll take them.
I think I'll take the Saints too. I mean, good. Great for Brady Cook to have his first NFL start last week. I think that he made some
Mm.
plays that I think that he made some good plays. Like I don't think that he's worse than Tyrod Taylor. Um,
Sure. Okay. That's hey,
but
that's something.
but against this Saints defense and with Tyler Shuck, if he's serviceable again, I gotta give it to the
Hmm.
Saints too.
No, yeah,
And where are they
I
playing?
think the
Where'd you say
Saints pull
again?
that one. They're in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
gonna have to take the Saints. It's super hard to play in the dome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So New Orleans.
Wait.
Next game here. This actually could be a pretty good one. Chargers, Cowboys. In
Mm,
Dallas, Cowboys are favored by 1.5.
it's a good. It's tough. It's a tough pick right
This is
now.
very interesting. This is very interesting.
Um,
I think I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
it's a must-win game for the Chargers for sure.
Kinda is, right?
It's
Yeah.
kind of a any game for the Chargers right now is a must-win because the
Sure.
AFC they're battling it out right now, which usually, I'm gonna be honest, usually doesn't happen as much as the NFC. Um, so I think I gotta go Chargers too. I agree with you. If the
Yeah. I think it's interesting the Cowboys are favored, man. I think that is interesting.
I think they just expect the Chargers offensive line to be booty.
Yeah,
And
which they are.
in Dak Prescott to have a good game. Um, but I'm gonna have to go Chargers in this game. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna have a fire under them to must win game.
I agree. All right, next one here. We've got Vikings Giants. Vikings Giants. They're playing in New Jersey, and the Vikings are favored by 2.5.
Yeah, playing on the worst turf in America.
Yep,
Um,
without a doubt.
what do you think? Because I think that Jackson Dart could have a good game. Um, I think that the Giants' defensive line is really great. Um, if the Vikings play like they
Yeah.
did against the Cowboys, I think that they'll win this game. But I don't know if I trust JJ
Mhm.
McCarthy.
Yeah, I will pick the Vikings just, I guess, because of like the Vikings defense is pretty darn
It's
good, and
super
I think
good.
they'll
Yeah.
right. So I'll pick the Vikings, but you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants defense gives them some problems. Wouldn't be
You know,
surprised at all.
I'm gonna split with you here
Okay.
just because it's fun. We haven't split
Absolutely.
a couple of times in a while.
Let's keep it going.
Um, if I take the
No,
loss,
I just looking at this slate, like I see a bunch of ways we can split because these next couple games we're gonna talk about here are like tough, tough
yeah.
picks, I'd say.
All right,
But
splitting there.
splitting there. This next one here
Yeah.
is Chiefs Titans.
Oh,
Chiefs off getting
fun,
their
fun, fun.
season crushed and no Mahomes,
Yeah.
and the Titans are the Titans.
Yeah.
So
Simple as that.
they're in Tennessee, and the Chiefs are favored by 3 bars. So, man, I truly, honestly want to pick the
I want to
Titans
pick
so
the
bad.
Titans too.
I want to pick the Titans so fucking
I
bad.
want to pick the Titans. I just don't know if
Ah.
I don't
Is
know
that
if
stupid though? Is that stupid though?
well the Chiefs
Probably.
defense isn't bad. Like they have
No, they're good.
a
That's what I'm
good
saying. Like,
defense.
it's probably why it's stupid.
Well, with Gardner Minshew back there and their rush game not being great,
That's true. They've already been bad with the best
you
quarterback
kind
we've
of
ever
you
seen.
kind of want
So
to. I mean, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
pick the Titans. I don't care, bro. I'm
I'm gonna
I'm
take the
putting on
bullet on
paper.
this
Fuck
one.
it.
It's
Taking the damn
fun,
Titans.
dude. We're getting
Taking
to
the Titans.
we're getting to a point in the season where why not? If it shows up red on next week's in our fumble opinion, who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, because I'm looking at this slate, like this 1 o'clock slate. I guess I'll want to watch Buccaneers Panthers, but like Chiefs Titans might be second place.
Might
Like
be
I'm just gonna be
fun,
rooting
dude.
for the Titans. I'm just gonna be rooting for them.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. The last game of the 1 o'clock window is Bengals Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
They're yeah, they're in Miami. The Bengals are favored by 4.5. I'll go Bengals as well.
Simply
Um,
for the simple
yeah.
fact that Quinn Ewers is playing.
Oh, and I just got a notification about the Bengals on my screen. Shamar Stewart activated off the IR. So,
Okay. Well,
okay. I mean, he hasn't been doing shit because you guys didn't pay him and he didn't get a training camp.
uh,
So, we'll see how he turns out off the IR, but he's back.
I
All
mean, hey, that's
right.
something.
Hell
It's more
yeah.
players in the trenches, so, I
But
guess.
I am seeing that defensive tackle Chris Jenkins did go on the IR officially. So
Yikes.
you get one back, you lose one. But that's we'll both pick the Bengals there.
Yeah,
And then first game of the 4 o'clock window, your boys Cardinals Falcons. This is a barn burner.
I
They're in
think that
Arizona.
well, that doesn't mean shit, dude.
The
Um,
Falcons are favored by 3.
if Drake London plays, night night.
Really? You think oh really? You think so?
Yeah, dude. I think that Kyle Pitts is coming off 2 great games. I don't think that we have the players to
Crazy.
stop Kyle Pitts. I don't think we have the players
Okay.
to stop Bijan Robinson.
Hmm.
Be honest with you. Um,
Yeah.
I think that Jacoby Brissett can have a good game, truly. I think that Michael
Okay.
Wilson and Trey McBride can have a good game because
Yeah.
Trey McBride's going to have a good game regardless. Um,
Yep.
I want to pick the Cardinals, but I don't think I can. Like, I think that
Yeah.
they're allowing too many points right now, and the Falcons just beat the Buccaneers.
They did. They did. Yeah, I mean, if they play like they played against the Buccaneers, yeah, I think the Falcons probably win.
I get, mm, uh,
Yeah, this is a tough one. This could go either way. This
it
could go
could,
either way, I
because
think.
both teams are kind of, well, the Falcons are more unpredictable than the Cardinals. Um,
Yeah.
I'll take the
Yeah.
Cardinals. Why not?
Okay.
For the fun of it. I think that this could be a good Josh Sweat game. Um,
Yeah, almost definitely. Yeah, for sure.
I think they're gonna need Walter Nolan a lot in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'll take the Cardinals. Why not? I'll take my boys. I haven't taken them in a long time, ever since they played the Cowboys. Um,
Oh shit. Okay, well shit. I'll split it with you, I guess. I'll go Falcons, but yeah, there we
I
go.
mean, I do feel like you are gonna get the victory on this one,
Maybe,
but
maybe, maybe. Who knows?
why not? Um,
Probably what they said about the Cowboys too.
that's true. I mean, we both picked the Cardinals in that game, anyways. But it's okay.
Did we really?
Maybe we
Damn
did.
it.
Yeah,
Did we really? Ah, damn it. All right.
did.
Okay, well, next game here. Split that one. That's fun. Next game here, Broncos Jaguars. This is a good
It's
one.
gonna be a
Broncos
really good watch,
Jaguars.
dude.
I like this
Where
one.
are they
They're
playing?
in Denver. They're
Mm,
in Denver, but the Broncos are favored by 3.5, which is a closer spread than I kind of expected.
yeah.
Three and a
I mean,
half.
Trevor Lawrence is playing pretty damn great of recent,
Absolutely he is.
and
Absolutely he is.
without Travis Hunter. Um,
With I mean, been without him for a while now. So yeah, he's just kind
Yeah.
of parked in the garage, and
I
they'll
mean,
get him out next
and
season. Just
Travis
forget. I
Etienne.
forget he's even there sometimes.
I
Yeah,
know.
Travis Etienne.
Travis
Yeah.
Etienne's eating right now.
Yup. You're not kidding.
I'm gonna choose the Broncos still, just because I think
Me
that
too.
if they play like they did last week, game over.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
go Broncos though.
I think it's a situation where, like, yeah, the Jaguars really haven't seen anything like this Broncos defense
No,
since.
in Denver too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they haven't seen anything like this. I mean,
I
no,
mean, they faced the
yeah,
Texans and they
the
almost
Texans,
beat
yeah,
they almost
they
beat the
lost to the
Texans.
Texans. They did beat the Texans the first time they played,
Mm.
but now, I mean, they lost to the Texans
And they lost
when
to
they
the
played the
Dave
Seahawks.
they
They
lost to the
lost to the
Davis
Seahawks, which are
Mills.
the other two defenses that are in the stratosphere of the Broncos, I'd
Yeah.
say. Um,
They lost to the Davis Mills
so
Texans, by the way.
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll both take the Broncos
No.
there. Next game here. Battle of two 8-6 teams. Steelers Lions. They're
Ooh, that's a
in
fun one.
Detroit. And the Lions favored by a full touchdown, 7 points.
That is a fun one.
I
Both
think it is.
teams playing to stay in playoff hopes. Um, so I mean the Steelers less than the Lions, but
Right. Which I think probably giving the Lions honestly a little bit of edge in this spread too, because
I
this is like they have to win. They've got to win.
I think I'm gonna take the Lions.
Me too.
Um,
They've got to win. They have. This is a
they
must
have
win game,
to.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I was just looking at the. Yeah, like I said, if they lose against the Steelers, they have a 13% playoff probability. If they
Mhm.
win, it's 45. So
Yeah, and
they
being
got to
in
win.
Detroit, I think that it's got to
Right.
be a must win. Yeah,
Right. So we'll both pick the Lions on that one.
yeah,
Next game here. Texans Raiders. Texans are playing at home and they're favored by 14.
yeah,
I was trying to get it in before you said Texans. I was trying to
yeah.
get it in.
Well,
I was trying to get it in.
you did. You did a good job. I was gonna let you finish
Hey.
regardless, but I was super tempted to just move on and write both of our names down.
Very obviously, the Texans are going to win that game.
Yeah, pretty.
Favored by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, which I think they'll
All right.
cover, by the way. Um,
Oh, I think you're probably right.
yeah, that's the
They're
blanket
not
of the
scoring.
week.
They're not
That's
scoring.
the
They're
warm
not
blanket
scoring.
of the week to cover.
That's
But
crazy, man. The Raiders are not scoring. All right.
yeah,
Yeah, they're not scoring a point.
no.
But Sunday Night Football, we like this game. Patriots Ravens. We like this. We like this.
Ooh,
Ravens are, a little bit reanimated. They beat the Bengals 24-0 last week. They're looking pretty good. And they're apparently looking so good that they are favored by 3
where are they
over the
playing?
Patriots. They're in Baltimore. Baltimore. Be more.
I'm still gonna
So,
choose the Patriots.
me too. I think that spread is a little crazy, but like, I mean, yeah, I'll pick the Patriots as
I think the
well.
Patriots are gonna be pissed off from last week, so I think they're gonna take it.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
And then Monday Night Football is 49ers against the grandfather. 49ers are favored by 5.5. They are playing in Indy, but
I think I
yeah,
got to take the Niners.
yeah, the Niners are going to get them bad.
Yeah.
They're going to get them bad, but that's the week. That is the upcoming week. I like the look of a lot of these games. I don't like the
Yeah.
look of a lot of them as well. So
Yeah, we're splitting on 3 games this week, so it's going to be fun to see Fumbles Won and Fumbles Lost next week.
definitely will be fun.
I think it's going to be a fun slate of games. It's going to be a super important slate of games.
Yup,
Um, but yeah. So great week, great predictions. Talked about some great
absolutely.
games this week, and we're excited to have another great week next week. Now, um, next week is going to be a holiday week.
It is. So we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
We'll figure that out. Maybe an episode, maybe not. You guys
maybe
will
not. And
we'll
if we
see.
do have one, then we'll be excited to see. If we don't have one and we won't see you, then happy
Absolutely.
holidays to everyone. Uh,
Yes,
hope
absolutely.
hope everyone has a safe, happy
Yup.
fulfilling holiday and spend time with your
Most
family and
definitely.
friends. And we're excited to have you. You all are our gift this year. We're super
Hell
excited to
yeah.
have you. Super excited for episode 10. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see
See
you
you when we
next
see you.
week.